ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
London, England, the site of an NFL showdown between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A game that will also be played in the Toy Story world of Andy's room. ESPN Plus brings you the first Toy Story Fun Day football, as we are calling the game live inside the Toy Story universe. Thanks to Andy's imagination, the Falcons and Jaguars have been animated as toys, and they'll play the game live at the same time it's happening in real life.
Tries to bounce it outside. He's got a little bit of room. Touchdown!
Every run, pass, and catch you'll see live, just as it happens in London.
He made the first guy miss. He'll score. Holy smokes!
When the Falcons and Jaguars score a touchdown there, they score it here.
Touchdown! How good is that?
Welcome to Toy Story Fun Day Football. And welcome to Andy's room. We cannot wait. The first ever game to happen here pits the Atlanta Falcons against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Alongside Booger McFarland, I'm Drew Carter. Today, you've got a friend in us. And Booger, this is a little bit different, right? We're cartoons, but we cannot wait. This should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a ton of fun. The game of football has been played in a lot of different elements. This is the first time inside, on carpet, with toys everywhere. It's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, we're going to see some stuff we've never seen before. And if it's your first time watching the NFL, welcome. We're happy to have you. And speaking of some stuff you've never seen before, let's say hello now to our sideline reporter, Pepper Persley, who's got more on what we can expect today. Hi, Pepper.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm super excited to be here in Andy's room. And there are a couple of aspects that I think are worth sharing. First off, the Claw will be spotting the ball the entire game. I have faith in the Claw. Hopefully he does his job. And then we also have Slinky Dog as the down marker. And I know he's a loyal dog. I know he'll always try his best. So we'll see how that goes. Back to you, Drew.
All right, Pepper, if Woody trusts Slinky, certainly we will trust Slinky. And the Claw, of course, for the aliens, is the master. It decides who goes and who stays. It also decides where the ball is going to be today.
No doubt. Those are just a lot of the fun little elements they're going to see in this game today as we bring the Toy Story world to life.
That's right. Let's see what else we're going to see today. And, folks, do not go anywhere at halftime, because maybe the thing some people are most excited about is the Duke Kaboom Daredevil Spectacular. He's Canada's greatest daredevil. He's going to try the unthinkable at halftime. Also, at halftime, maybe some pizza coming for us, Boog?
Yeah, Boog gets hungry during the game. Hopefully they got a lot of it.
Hopefully they got some meat lovers for us as well. That's at halftime also. Emperor Zurg, the archenemy of the Galactic Alliance. We're hearing reports that he's here today, and maybe that's going to affect the game. You know, certainly will affect the game is Bijan Robinson, one of the most electric young players in the NFL. We're going to hear his football story growing up, and this is just amazing, Boog, some of the camera angles we'll see.
Yeah, it's a unique view inside of what the players see as they're on the field. Very, very good access.
First game ever in Andy's room. We can't wait, and the players are excited too.
I think playing in Andy's room is going to be awesome, fun, and hope to be able to put on a show for all the other toys.
To be a Toy Story character is unbelievable. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I think I'm going to be pretty nervous playing in front of, some of my favorite characters, Woody, Rex, Buzz. Got to put on a show for them.
I'm really excited to get out there on the field today. It's fun to play on a football field, but to play in Andy's room, it's kind of different, and I'm very excited about it.
I think it's going to be awesome to play in Andy's room. For all of us, it's just going to be, like a dream come true.
I think playing a game in Andy's room, to my mind, brings a lot of fun and excitement, a little enthusiasm, some juice.
I think it's going to be incredible. What a unique opportunity to be right there and play this game in Andy's room.
This is just a really exciting opportunity to be a part of. I think just to get more and more kids involved in this great game and make it more entertaining for them.
Even the biggest, baddest dudes in the universe, NFL players, love Toy Story, but who doesn't? But they're focusing on not making this a distraction as well, right, Boog? Because these are two teams who need a win. Atlanta coming off their first loss of the season. Jacksonville has lost 2 in a row. What are you excited to watch today?
Well, see both of these teams bounce back. The Falcons are a running football team led by Bijan Robinson. That sets up the play-action pass with Desmond Ridder. Can they get that going today? On the other side, the Jaguars, they have their franchise quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and he has his #1 wide receiver in Calvin Ridley. He's experienced the dropsies a little bit lately. Can they get that connection going? Can't wait to watch it.
Jags have been somewhat disappointing so far this year at 1-2. Can't wait to see them play in Andy's room today. Let's introduce you to some of those characters you need to be watching, as Booger mentioned, with our impact players starting in Atlanta. Bijan Robinson's one of the most exciting young players in the world. He's at tailback, a top 10 pick. Kyle Pitts was a top 10 pick too. Their quarterback Desmond Ritter's in his second year. What do you like about Caden Ellis at linebacker?
He's their leading tackle at linebacker. For a defense that struggled the last 3 or 4 years, they needed a stalwart in the middle. He is that. He's playing very well this year. Hopes to lead his defense today.
They've got their hands full with a Jacksonville offense that's loaded with talent. Their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, is going to have the hair flowing out of his helmet today in Andy's room. He's a former #1 overall pick. His old college teammate at Clemson, Travis Etienne, shares the backfield with him. You mentioned Calvin Ridley, and then Josh Allen coming off the edge is dangerous.
Yeah, the team has 5 sacks. He has 3 of them. Their edge pressure, we hope to introduce the fans to the sack today. We can see a sack dance. That's when you get after the quarterback and drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Allen, he's very talented and playing well this season.
Well, Booger mentioned the sack dance. That's something I'm really excited to see later on today, because we're going to make my man do that. But we're about to demonstrate something with Calvin Ridley. So you want to get in uniform here, Boog?
Let's do it.
The magic of Toy Story. Looking good, partner. So you mentioned Calvin Ridley. A little bit of case of the dropsies lately. Let's focus on what he needs to do today. Walk us through it.
Well, when the ball comes to him, sometimes when you drop the football, you don't have your eye on it. So he's got to make sure that as the ball is approaching, keeps his eyes on the ball, catch it, and tuck it in. Eyes on the ball, catch, and tuck in. If he does that, Calvin Ridley won't drop any balls today.
And you are seeing this happen live in London and also in Andy's room as Andy imagines the game happening in his bedroom. The Jacksonville Jaguars have taken the field, and the Atlanta Falcons have come out to join them. This is a crucial game for both of these teams. And, of course, it's also a special one as we make history here on Toy Story Funday Football. And you see Wembley Stadium is a little bit newer than Andy's room. It's, of course, the first game happening in Andy's room. The Jaguars have played in London more than any other team, so they're comfortable there. Still waiting to see, Bug, how comfortable they are in this setting.
No doubt, especially with the carpet. We talked about the playing surface, the weather, the wind. Is the window going to be up? Are there going to be any toys on the floor? All those are things that players are not used to when they play in a normal stadium.
That's right, and the kickers have told us that they're pretty curious about how the elements are going to play a role. And, will the carpet be vacuumed at halftime? Is that going to change things?
Is there any air freshener on the carpet? I know that's something we used to do in the past.
It's different. It's elements that we just, can't anticipate. And, of course, Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons ready to play the first ever NFL game in Andy's room. Andy has imagined this happening simultaneously with the game at Wembley Stadium in London. The Atlanta Falcons won the coin toss, which happens before every game, and elected to defer their choice to the second half, which means the Jaguars will start with the ball, and the Falcons will have it first when we begin the third quarter. Every run, every pass, every score that happens at Wembley Stadium, you will see it live here in Andy's room. Look at the spectators here in Andy's room. We've got some of our favorite Toy Story characters. I see some of the toy soldiers there, and they decorated in honor of London. Bo Peep is here. Buzz Lightyear is here. And here comes Woody on the sidelines, all of our favorites.
Yeah, Woody had to make an appearance. And it's good to see everybody here for this special event.
Would not miss this for the world.
You can just feel the anticipation right before kickoff. Everybody's excited. Get your popcorn ready.
And maybe your pizza ready, too.
And a drink, too. I don't want to be too thirsty.
Pizza Planet will make an appearance at halftime. But for now, we're ready to get this underway. Toy Story Fun Day Football. And we are off in Andy's room. Bradley Pinion kicks it away for the Falcons. It bounces through the end zone, which means it's a touchback, and the Jaguars start at the 25-yard line. As we introduce you to Trevor Lawrence, one of the bright young stars in the National Football League. His favorite NFL player growing up was Peyton Manning, and he was drafted first overall, just like the Sheriff was back in the day. And he likes Slinky Dog, which is a bit of an under-the-radar choice for favorite character.
Yeah, and if you look at the quarterback, he's their version of Woody. He's the guy who's the leader. He's going to make everything go. He has all the important decisions. He is the guy for every team.
The aliens excited to watch Trevor Lawrence play a different kind of football as they practice the European sort of football over there. Trevor Lawrence, the sheriff of this Jaguars offense, starts with a handoff, and Travis Etienne burrows ahead for 4 yards, brought down by Calais Campbell, a former Jacksonville Jaguar, now with the Atlanta Falcons. You see the claw spotting the ball for a 2nd down and 6. Remember, if you're new to football, you get 4 plays to pick up 10 yards, move the chains for a fresh set of downs. Typically, teams in this side of the field, Booger, will punt it on 4th down.
Unless you're the coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, and he does it anywhere he wants to.
Brandon Staley is a gambler.
To say the least.
Trevor Lawrence under center, right behind his center, Luke Fortner. And it's 2 runs in a row for the Jags to start the game. Travis Etienne, again, those 2 guys, former teammates at Clemson. And again, it's a 4-yard gain for Etienne. Caden Ellis, the Falcons' top tackler, brings him down. As you see Bullseye galloping like the wind on top of a ball.
And it's early in the game. Typically, these teams try to feel each other out.
Yeah, still feeling things out here. You know, Bullseye looked like he was maybe going to tire himself out there early on. He's got to preserve some stamina, only a minute in. Now it's Travis Etienne again who gets the ball on 3rd down. They swing it out to him in the backfield. He picks up the 1st down as the Jaguars move the chains. Again, you get 4 tries to pick up 10 yards and move those sticks. Hey, you see Slinky Dog right behind us here, Bug. Slinky Dog is the chains today, so his tail is the line of scrimmage, and his face is the 1st down marker.
And every time a team gets a 1st down, Slinky's going to move up with the ball. That's what a 1st down marker does.
And the most loyal dog in Andy's room. As the Jaguars keep it on the ground on 1st down, it's the rookie Tank Bigsby who picks up just a couple on their first play of a new set of downs. A couple minutes in here, the Jags, losers of 2 in a row. They're playing 2 weeks in a row in London. Still yet to be seen if they're going to play in Andy's room again next week as they take on the Buffalo Bills. But they play in London more than any other team. Having a little technical issues on the field here, so it is 2nd down and 8 for the Jags, 2.5 minutes in. They snap it from their own 40. Trevor Lawrence throws, completes to the tight end, Evan Ingram. Another short gain. Richie Grant, the safety out of the University of Central Florida, makes the tackle, so it's another 3rd down for Jacksonville. So, if you're new to the sport, let's explain the starters on defense, which I know Booger McFarland loves, helped by Andy's nesting dolls. You see the defensive line. Those are the big guys who try to stop the run and also pressure the passer, and they can deliver some big-time hits. The middle level of the defense is typically the linebackers who usually make most of the tackles. Middle linebacker is the quarterback or the sheriff of the defense, like Woody. And finally, the defensive backs split into cornerbacks and safeties. They're the last line of defense, have to be ready to make a tackle on a ball carrier and also try to prevent the other team's receivers from catching the ball. I know Booger McFarland, a former defensive tackle. We know where you think the best looking and the most important players are.
No doubt. Those guys are on defense. And the job of the defense is to pressure the offense, to hurry them up and do things that they don't want to do. And so far in this game, we're seeing the Falcons do a good job of that to Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jaguars face 3rd down and 5. The play clock, which you can see on the screen in the bottom right next to the game clock, was winding down. So to avoid a delay of game penalty, which happens when the play clock hits 0, Doug Peterson, the head coach of Jacksonville, uses a timeout. And you get 3 timeouts per half. So now the Jags down to just 2. On 3rd down and 5, typically a passing down, right? Because you need those 5 yards to pick up a first down. Where do you think they could go here?
Well, it's time to get Calvin Ridley involved, a guy who had the drop season the last couple of games. You want to come out and give him a little confidence. Anytime you've been struggling, you make sure you give him a little confidence, throw him the football, let him catch it, and he'll be good to go.
And Ridley had a couple drops against Houston, tied for NFL high with 3 this season. It is 3rd down and 5. We appreciate your patience hanging with us through the technical difficulties. And let's go. 3rd and 5. Trevor Lawrence to throw. Fires right sideline, incomplete. Just out of the hands of Evan Ingram, his tight end. Jeff Okudah in coverage.
Really good coverage there by Jeff Okudah. Playing man-to-man coverage. That's when you cover the man and not the zone. They call that man-to-man tight coverage, making that ball tough to fit in there. Good defense there by the Falcons.
Okudah's got good size at corner, 6'1", 205, defending the 6'3", 240-pound tight end, Evan Ingram. Jaguars to punt on 4th down and 5. Logan Cook kicks it away. Ball lands just inside the 10. The Jaguars want to down it here, and they do. They keep it from going in the end zone, which prevents a touchback and pins the Falcons deep in their own territory. Atlanta with the ball next.
Chris Vaughn telling his son that he was being drafted.
You want to come to work with me next week?
Makes it so magical.
Deuce Vaughn in the end zone.
Welcome back to Toy Story Fun Day Football, and let's check out the 11 starting players you'll see on offense with help from Andy's nesting eggs. First, you've got the quarterback, maybe the most important position in any sport. Got to be good not only at throwing passes to the teammates, but they also need to understand where everyone is on the field, both on offense and defense, because they're the leader. The players the quarterback throws to the most are the receivers. Some are wide receivers, line up toward the sideline. Some are tight ends who line up closer to the ball and can either block or go out to pass. Unless you're Kyle Pitts from the Falcons, who we'll see is basically a wide receiver. Lining up closest to the quarterback, the running backs, who are often handed the ball to run, and they can often catch passes. And you got to protect the quarterback and the running back, so the offensive line, sort of the unsung heroes of the offense. But nothing happens without good blocking, and so the 5 big guys up front, crucial to the success of any offense. Drew Carter and Booger McFarland, Pepper Persley back with you. Here in Andy's room for the Falcons and Jaguars. Jacksonville punted after their first possession, so Slinky Dog sets up the chains. 1st down and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons, starting inside their own 10-yard line. Desmond Ridder is the quarterback for the Falcons. Right behind him is Bijan Robinson, the rookie running back out of Texas, who gets the call on the first play from scrimmage. Super dynamic Robinson, though, goes down for a loss of 1. Tackled in the backfield by Andre Sisco. As we check out Desmond Ridder, Boog, he's a guy who they don't ask to do a whole lot. He's only thrown more than 1 touchdown in 1 of his 7 starts entering this game. Also, apparently, a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, and he and I are a lot alike. We love buffalo wings and we love golf. 2 things we can get along with together.
What about Buzz Lightyear? You love Buzz as well?
Always love Buzz. Of course.
To infinity and beyond.
I see what you did there.
You know, Buzz did say when he first crash-landed in Andy's room that the terrain feels unstable. So we'll see if that affects the play at all today. After the loss of 1, the Falcons go to their other top running back, Tyler Algier. 2-yard gain for Algier on second down. Roy Robertson Harris makes the stop for Jacksonville, so third down and long coming up for the Falcons. Now we see the claw spotting the ball. The aliens will tell you the claw is our master. The claw chooses who will go and who will stay. For the first time we meet the aliens at Pizza Planet. They're in the claw game, all hoping to be chosen by the claw.
And the claw has an important job today because where the ball is spotted, that's where the play starts each and every time. So the claw better be on his game.
Third down and 9. Ritter completes. It's Bijan Robinson, who's been the top receiving running back in the NFL through 3 weeks. He picks up 8 yards, so it's 4th down and 1. Another tackle by Andre Cisco. Now, Logan Cook is the punter today. He's concerned about the claw.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the claw placing the ball every play. It's kind of a cool aspect, but you got to watch out for him, and hopefully he doesn't grab a player.
Logan Cook, the Jags punter, makes a great point there. His counterpart today is Bradley Pinion, the punter out of Clemson, who will send it away on 4th down and 2. You know, sometimes on a 4th down and 2, maybe at a different part of the field, you'll see a team go for it, but Falcons deep in their own territory, they will kick it away. And fielding it inside his own 25 for the Jags is Parker Washington. He is swarmed by Falcons and brought down around the 30-yard line.
This is a story that takes place every Saturday in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands. They're singing, chanting, yelling, back-to-back champions, and those looking for revenge. This story has magic rocks, wild animals, techno, and a new sheriff in Boulder. This story has everything you want in a great story. So what do you say? You want to hear a story?
The Toy Story character that I think would make the best player would be Buzz Lightyear, just because he can fly around all the time.
Defensive back is the hardest position to play in the National Football League, so why not have the most eyes and cover more ground?
No, I think Woody would actually be the best football player because he's a great leader. He would know how to rally the guys around him.
My guy, Slinky Dog. You need him to reach for the goal line at the last second or make a diving one-handed catch like Odell Beckham. This would be the best football player.
Okay, so I went with Rex, but really I think there's only one position he can be really good at, and I'm going to go with kicking.
Some really good points there from Falcons and Jaguars players. Is this a surprise to you, Booger, that Buzz Lightyear is more popular than Woody among players?
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise, man. I like the guy that's the leader, man. Woody's the guy that's in charge. He's making all the important decisions. But people tend to favor technology and Buzz. Interesting.
Well, it's a lot like Andy when he first got Buzz Lightyear on his birthday. Immediately he was drawn to Buzz, changed all the posters in his room, and Buzz, one of the most popular toys in this world, of course. Speaking of unwrapping new toys, the Jags have Calvin Ridley this year, have yet to throw to him on their first and now second possession. That one is complete for 3 yards to the tight end, Luke Farrell, on first down.
Yeah, quick pass there. Trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, get it into the playmakers, see if they can make a play. But great job by the Falcons coming up, making a sure tackle, getting the ball carrier to the ground.
Richie Grant is the safety who had 122 tackles last year, second most on the team. And a great look from inside the helmet of the tight end, Farrell. Well, it's a heavy set for the Jags with two tight ends in there. They fake the handoff. That's play action to Travis Etienne. Lawrence feels pressure. He can scramble, and he does. And the quarterback has a lot of yardage across midfield into Falcons territory. A gain of 22 for Trevor Lawrence.
That was an outstanding play by Trevor Lawrence. 6'6", 240 pounds, super athletic quarterback. I just love the fact he dropped back. He didn't see anybody open down the field. Everyone was covered. So then he used that athleticism. Look how fast he is. Wow.
He's got flames coming out of his shoes. Andy's mom's going to need a new carpet.
Yeah. Going to get carpet burn, maybe.
That's right. Lawrence, such a talented young quarterback. There's a reason he was drafted first overall a couple years ago out of Clemson. All he does is win, dating back to high school. Takes another handoff to Etienne. Rolls to his right. You see the speed again from Trevor Lawrence. And he ducks out of bounds. So as the Jags are on the move, it looks like something's happening on the field. And we check in with our sideline reporter, Pepper Persley. Pepper, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, everything's going great down here except for the fact that the Claw just picked up a player. I mean, we were nervous about this a little bit, but now it seems like an actual issue. So everybody watch out for the Claw.
Pepper, you too. Be careful down there on the sideline. The Claw, one of those added variables here in Andy's room. The Toy Story Fun Day football. Etienne gets the call on 2nd down and 4. Midway through this first quarter. That goes for 3 yards. Tackled by Jeff Okuda. 3rd down and 1.
So far, so good by this Falcons defense. Much maligned Falcons defense over the last couple of years. They're stepping up to the challenge right now. And on a 3rd and 1, it's 1 yard, which is 3 feet. That's a very short distance. That's usually a rundown to follow the big offensive line for the Jaguars.
And Booger, this could be 4-down territory, right? There's a chance they go for this on 4th down instead of punting?
And no, there's no doubt about it, especially when you're in plus territory going to score. Good chance of that.
Well, this 3rd down play is a bust as Lawrence got pressured by Calais Campbell, one of the greatest Jacksonville Jaguars in franchise history. And we apologize for the technical difficulties, but 3rd down and 1, Campbell wrapped up Lawrence, and the quarterback just got it away before his knee touched the ground, before he was down, so no sack. And it's 4th down and 1. The Jaguars offense is staying on the field.
And speaking of sack, Calais Campbell has 99. His next sack will be 100 for his career.
So Jacksonville is going for it. Slinky Dog has set up a 4th down and 1. Trevor Lawrence throws complete. It's Christian Kirk over the middle for 9 yards to move the chains, working on A.J. Terrell.
Christian Kirk works primarily in the slot. He's led the league in receptions from the slot since last season. That means he's going to work in between the tackle and the outside receiver. That's a little slot formation, kind of works the middle of the field, and he does it at an outstanding level.
Yeah, Christian Kirk over the last couple of years since he got to Jacksonville, no one has more yards as a slot receiver in the NFL than Christian Kirk. And we apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll get them sorted out. Come back. Slinky's excited. We'll see you in a minute.
Attention, all students. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs. The ones that were told they were too much, too small, too loud, or not loud enough. In this game, there's a position for everybody. We run and we throw.
We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
So Slinky Dog out there, we just need him to stay at the same distance the whole time. We don't need him to go back and forth. If we need a measurement, we need to be the same 10 yards every time, Slinky.
You know, he'll do his best. He'll do his best. He'll stay locked in, as we say. But I don't know if I could trust him 100% to actually keep the 1st and 10 marker going here.
Yeah, I trust Slinky Dog to keep a good measurement, and even if he wasn't, I think we're all pretty good friends. He might lean our way and shorten up a little bit for our measurement, but no, I think he'll be great. He's really consistent. This is about 10 yards, so he should be good.
Trevor Lawrence, he's a veteran quarterback already. He knows you got to talk to the officials and be nice to them. Slinky Dog, though, as loyal as you could find, according to Andy, one of Woody's best friends. And we see him serving as the first down marker today. And it is first down for the Jaguars, and that play blown up in a hurry. Dearness Johnson loses 2 as 2 defensive backs for the Falcons come in, Jeff Okudah and Jesse Bates. But Slinky Dog is one of the most fun aspects of today's game.
There's no doubt, because it's supposed to be first and Slinky. Is it going to be 10 yards? Is it going to be 9? Maybe it's 8.5. Maybe it's 10.5. Who knows how Slinky is going to feel at the moment?
I feel like we've seen Slinky Dog in the past stretch up to 100 yards. I mean, he could go the entire sideline.
Yeah, that won't be good today.
There are a lot of penalties. It's 2nd down and 12 for the Jags. Trevor Lawrence evades the rush. You see the athleticism. He throws off his right foot. Touchdown, Jags! Calvin Ridley says, Trevor Lawrence, you're my favorite deputy. He's got a 30-yard touchdown against his former team.
And we've been waiting. When is he going to throw it to Calvin Ridley? He evades the rush, throws it up. Watch Calvin Ridley look the ball in with his hands, and therefore he can't drop the ball. Someone that had the dropsies, that made a couple of mistakes in previous games, comes back now and atones for it. Great catch, Calvin Ridley.
And now let's see how the carpet works as a kicking service as Brandon McManus knocks the extra point right through the goal blocks. And it's 7-0 Jaguars. What a play by Trevor Lawrence. Ham wants to see it again.
Let's go, Ham. Trevor Lawrence evading the rush, dropping back, throwing the touchdown. And Calvin Ridley, touchdown Jaguars.
Everyone is ready for Monday Night Football.
Everybody in the program.
And this NFC showdown.
Hey, let's go get one. Let's go get one.
Geno Smith and the Seahawks are ready to take over the Big Apple.
Boom!
While Daniel Jones and the G-Men are ready to make a giant statement. Seahawks Giants at 8 on ESPN and ABC.
Some of our favorite characters from Toy Story. Checking out Toy Story Fun Day Football. And the first score in Andy's room belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. A 30-yard strike from Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley. You thought that was exciting. Just wait till halftime. It's Duke Kaboom time. Oh, look out. Hopefully Bo Peep's teeth don't get in the way of Duke Kaboom's Daredevil spectacular. You got a sneak peek on the course they're setting up at halftime, and man, that thing is gnarly.
It's amazing. Boog don't do heights, but I'm proud of Duke Kaboom for doing that.
Bo Peep's Sheep, Billy Goat, and Gruff. Hopefully not going to be an impediment to Duke Kaboom. After the Jaguars touchdown, they kick it off. Brandon McManus sends it through the air conditioning here in Andy's room. It's a touchback, and the Falcons will start at the 25-yard line. So Atlanta's offense back out onto the field, now in a 7-0 hole. As you see the claw spot the ball, Booger. This is an Atlanta offense that wants to run the football. You see there's Bo Peep might be a distraction on the sideline as the Sheep are really getting a workout right now. Bo Peep, a great athlete. Maybe she could suit up at some point today. But the Falcons are a team that likes to run the football. When you're trailing, it's harder to do that, right?
Yeah, you don't want to fall behind too far. Right now, down only 7-0. They can still stick with the run. Their best player is Bijan Robinson. They got to get him the football by any means necessary.
They don't give it to him here. As Desmond Ridder tucks it and tries to run, and he gets brought down for no gain on the tackle for the Jaguars. Trayvon Walker, former #1 overall pick out of Georgia.
And the Jaguars have been waiting on Trayvon Walker to take that next step. Drafted him #1 overall. Tremendous athlete. The production has not met the athleticism so far. He's off to a good start today.
And Jacksonville drafted first in back-to-back drafts. Trevor Lawrence and then Trayvon Walker. Walker just made the tackle for no gain. Sets up 2nd down and 10. Ridder throws. They set it up for Bijan Robinson. A short pass, just trying to get the ball in number 7's hands as much as possible. He gains 4 yards as a group of Jaguars make the tackle. And you see the sky cam being operated today by an alien, operated by the Claw as well.
At least we know he'll have all eyes on the camera.
We heard Josh Allen say they'd be good playing defensive back because you got 3 eyes. Hopefully that helps with the sky cam too. Oh, look at that from the alien cam. The ball's on the other side, Mr. Alien. There we go.
Use your middle eye.
It's 3rd down and 6, trying to get the ball spotted, but before they do, movement pre-snap, which is against the rules. Now it's just a matter of which team moved first. Oh, there's Bunny, keeping an eye on the flags for us today.
Defense, number 45. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So a neutral zone infraction means the defense came across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, the defense caused the offense to move first. Therefore, the penalty is on the defense.
It was Kaylavon Chason, number 45 for the Jags. So the 5-yard penalty gives Atlanta a 3rd down and 1. The running back Bijan Robinson goes in motion for the Falcons. Ridder takes the snap and looks to throw. They only need 1 yard. They are not going to get it. Ridder sacked. A loss of 8. It's Josh Allen with his 4th sack of the season.
We talked about Josh Allen in the open. They've been waiting on this young man to continue his ascent at the defensive end position. I just love the way he pushes the offensive tackle back and gets the sack of the quarterback. Where's your sack dance at, young man? Is it a wiggle? Is it a shake? Let's dance for the kids today. There we go. Just a little wiggle. Make sure you practice that at home.
Ah! Great kick. Karate Kid style.
Yeah.
Bradley Pinion punts it away for the Falcons. And it lands out of bounds as they flip the field. Now, let's tell you what a punt is. Why would a team give the football away on purpose? Well, it's for field position purposes. Hang time is what you call it for how long the ball stays in the air. The longer it's in the air, the tougher it's going to be on that punt returner because it gives the punt coverage team more time to run down the field. And the most recent full season average for a length of a punt, 46.7 yards from the line of scrimmage where the play began. That length, almost halfway as tall as Big Ben in London. These guys can really boot the football.
Yeah, that's going to be affected today by whether or not the window is up. Is the window down? What's the weather outside of Andy's room? Do we know that yet? That will affect the kicking conditions.
What's the weather like in the Tri-City area? Bo Peep still looking on intently. Pulling the string of Woody.
Didn't know that was allowed.
We saw those two together at the carnival last time in Toy Story, and clearly still getting along well as Travis Etienne makes the play. Great camera angle from right behind the running back. As he gains 8 yards, he was chopped down by D. Alford, the Falcons defensive back.
Yeah, that's a screen play. That's when the offensive lineman allowed the defensive lineman to come through so they can go downfield. They throw it to the running back, Travis Etienne. He gets behind him and tries to make some yards.
When's the best time to run a screen play?
When the pass rush up front is beating your offensive line, then you want to let them feel like they've won and throw the ball right behind them.
Mr. Spell seems to be cheering on the Falcons here in this first quarter. Maybe just wants a close game as the Jags lead by a touchdown. And they have been moving the ball effectively. It's 2nd down and 2. This time they run it with Etienne, and he's got the first down. A gain of 7 for Travis Etienne. Richie Grant comes down to make another tackle for Atlanta, but Jacksonville moving the football effectively as the toy soldiers bring the first down sign out.
Yeah, and as you go inside the helmet, now you get to see what the running back sees. When do you cut? When do you move? And most importantly, who's going to tackle you as all those guys that come and try to hit the running back.
This time they fake the handoff. It's play action. Trevor Lawrence throws another completion. It's Christian Kirk who takes it into Atlanta territory for a big gain of 30 yards. And now Mr. Spell seems to like the Jags. Hashtag Duval is their rallying cry.
Notice he caught the football. He was on the ground, but because in professional football you have to be touched, he was able to get up and continue running. Really nice job there by Christian Kirk.
He was not down by contact, so he could pick up some extra yards. Ends up with a gain of 30 on the play, and the Jaguars are picking apart this Atlanta defense. By the way, Duval County is where Jacksonville is located in Florida, so that's why they yell out Duval. They give it to the rookie Tank Bigsby here. First-year player out of Auburn. A gain of 6. Good tough running as Nate Landman makes the tackle for Atlanta. He's filling in for the injured Troy Anderson today.
Someone on this Falcons defense needs to make a play. This is when you have to have an impact play, a tackle for loss, a sack, something to push the offense back, because right now the Jacksonville Jaguars are gaining rhythm and gaining momentum, something they hadn't had in a while.
Mr. Spell calling for an audible, maybe. Omaha, Omaha. That's something Peyton Manning used to yell out when he was playing, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Jags moving the ball like a hot knife through butter here. Over 140 total yards compared to just 5 for the Falcons. And they'll pick up some more as Tank Bigsby goes around the left side. But this play, which would have been a first down, might be coming back because there's a penalty.
Really good job there by Bigsby, following his blockers, the guys that are in front of him to protect him. When they block, then you get out of the way and try to run around them.
And you see the flag come in. It's currently a 6-yard gain for Tank Bigsby, but a penalty could nullify that gain. We'll see where the claw takes the football.
Hopefully to the right spot.
And it's holding against the Jags. They call it on the tight end, Brenton Strange. So Slinky Dog will have to hit the reverse button and move back. Let's see how this is going to work.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 85. That penalty is declined. Holding, offense number 85. That penalty is accepted. 10 yards. Replay, 2nd down.
So 2 fouls against the Jaguars, and there goes Slinky Dog. Wow, that's impressive agility. And instead of the beep, beep, beep for the reverse, it's a couple of boings in there to let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah. Let's hope he's got a lot of room in that spring.
So it's 2nd down and 12 for the Jags as the clock winds down to 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, the holding call was against Brenton Strange. You're not allowed to grab the jersey of the player you're blocking, or else it's a penalty. So on 2nd down and 12, Trevor Lawrence looks to throw. He's been effective today, and he completes to his tight end, Evan Ingram, for a short gain of just 3. Nate Landman makes the tackle for Atlanta. And that should be the final play of the first quarter as the claw grabs the football. And the Jaguars will still have it when we start the second. Buzz Lightyear soaring, and so are the Jacksonville Jaguars. Only touchdown today is Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley. Jacksonville by 7 after 15 minutes.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the table read for the 104th season of the NFL. Let's get to work. Yes, Jalen.
I thought this was the dress rehearsal.
Oh, sorry.
Week 1, 4th quarter, 3:02 left. Jamar leaps up and makes a no-handed catch.
No hands. How?
I don't need hands.
I'll just catch you with my abs.
What if we wrote the Mahomes character off?
Wrote him off?
Yes.
Who said that?
She did.
Boring. Would it be possible for us to get to page 2?
Duke Kaboom getting ready to go at halftime. His Daredevil Spectacular will highlight the festivities here in Andy's room. 1 quarter down, 7-0 Jags. Pepper Pursley checked in with one of the top fans today, Mr. Spell.
Thanks, Drew. Yeah, I'm super excited to be here with Mr. Spell. How's it going? I'm curious, what are you enjoying about this game so far, Mr. Spell? Well, thank you so much for your time.
Mr. Spell and the Nesting Eggs taking in Toy Story Funday football. The Falcons and Jaguars are playing at Wembley Stadium in London, and Andy has imagined this game happening with toys in his room. That's how we see this happening live. Everything that happens at Wembley Stadium, you're going to see it here. It's 3rd down and 9. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars need a big play. He throws before the pressure comes, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk. Jesse Bates applied the pressure, the safety who's been awesome for Atlanta in his first year with the Falcons.
Yeah, he's been awesome so far. That was a blitz. That's when the defense brings one more guys than the offense can block, trying to force the quarterback to do something he doesn't want to do. And that time, they got to Trevor Lawrence. Really nice job by Jesse Bates.
Bates can do it all for the Falcons. A highly paid addition in the offseason. He's been worth it. A long kick is on the way for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon McManus boots it right through. Good from 56. So good, he knocked the blocks over.
Somebody must have turned the AC on. That ball looked like it had a little bit of help there, Drew.
Boom. Kaboom. So, in case you're wondering, what is a field goal? It's when the offense can try to kick the ball through the uprights and earn 3 points, when, of course, they would rather score a touchdown and get 7, but sometimes they have to settle for the 3. You see the field goal measurements there. It's 10 feet off the ground and 18.5 inches long. That's the crossbar. And that connects to 2 uprights, which are 35 feet above the crossbar and 45 feet above the ground. When the ball hits off the upright, it tends to make a funny sound like a boing or a doink. Sometimes you see the rare double doink on a field goal attempt, but that one was straight down the middle from Brandon McManus, who struggled last week, and he makes it 10-0 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And McManus kicks it away, and it goes through the end zone for a touchback. And we're back here in Andy's room. Drew, Booger, and Pepper, thrilled to be here bringing this game to you. So far, Boog, It's been all Jaguars. The Falcons may be a little uncomfortable in their new surroundings.
Yeah, and we talked about early on that the Jaguars needed to get Calvin Ridley established. They needed to get the ball in his hands, and they've done that so far. Trevor Lawrence looks good. And this defense of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're up to the task, stopping Atlanta's run game so far. The plan is working to perfection for the Jaguars.
What can the Falcons do to get this offense going?
Well, they're going to have to get an explosive play. We know they want to get the football to Bijan Robinson. Somebody else is going to have to make a play. Where is Kyle Pitts? Where is Drake London? Can Desmond Ridder make a pass down the field to loosen this defense up? Let's see if they can happen on this drive.
Well, it'll help to get it to Bijan Robinson, and the rookie picks up 4 yards on first down. Tackled again by Andre Sisco, the star safety for Jacksonville out of Syracuse.
And here's the thing about it. Bijan accounts for 34% of their offense. So if we know that, then the Jaguars know that. They're going to key on Bijan Robinson all day today.
He's accounted for over a third of their scrimmage yards, which is top 5 in the NFL among any position. Mac Hollins is the wide receiver in motion. Ridder pumps a couple times, throws, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Drake London, could not complete the pass. And let's check in with Pepper again. Something's happening on the sideline, Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's having fun down here, especially Woody and Jesse over on the end zone just dancing it out.
That's impressive. Careful there, Woody.
Woody even lost his hat. Looks like a little cowboy two-step.
With Jesse on the sideline, and Jesse Bates is one of the Falcons' best players. She's got to be excited to see that. It's 3rd down and 6. Falcons need to get something going here. Ridder will throw over the middle. That'll help. He completes it to the tight end, Janu Smith, for a gain of 15 and a first down for the Falcons.
Yeah, you talk about a team that desperately needed that. Desmond Ridder, his best pass of the game so far. Janu Smith went down. Nice little timing route there as Ridder pumped once, pumped twice in the pocket, and he got the ball to Janu Smith.
That is the first down of the day for Atlanta, and it comes in the second quarter. On first down, it's back to Bijan Robinson, and he is cut down after a gain of just 1. A nice play for Jacksonville by Foye Oluokun, former Atlanta Falcon. You see the aliens getting in on the fun on the sideline.
Typically we toss balls, not aliens, but I guess we can make an exception in Andy's room.
Seems like they're up for whatever. One's operating the sky cam, being thrown around.
Yeah.
The alien's really the glue of the toys in Andy's room. After the gain of just 1 on first down, Tyler Algier is the running back behind Ridder. Ridder fakes it to him, wants to throw, and wants it deep. Up the sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his top target, Drake London. In coverage was Tyson Campbell, third-year player out of Georgia.
Really good job there by Tyson Campbell, looking and leaning. When the ball was in the air, Ridder wants it all. He wants a home run. They can sense they need a big play. But Campbell turning his head, looking back. Oftentimes you don't see defensive back doing that. Nice job by the University of Georgia product.
And one reason you have to turn your head when you're in coverage is because if you don't, you'll probably get called for pass interference, right?
Yeah. Or you'll fall down, especially with the carpet. I wonder if this is this shag carpet or regular carpet in the room?
It's tough to tell from here. You get pepper on it. Ridder goes down hard. It's Josh Allen again on the sack, a loss of 14. Allen in there with Trey Herndon. Josh Allen's got multiple sacks in the first half.
That's his second sack of the day, and I feel like he deserves, if he's got 2 sacks, he needs to do 2 sack dances. Do a little wiggle, Josh Allen. Came into the game with 3, now he's got 5. He's hunting the turkey next, Drew.
Some of these guys do love bowling, so I'm sure they're telling him that. Allen now with 5 of the 7 sacks the Jaguars have as a team this season. A one-man wrecking crew. Bradley Pinion punts it away for the Falcons. It pushes Christian Kirk inside his own 10. And with some space, he takes it near the 20-yard line. So it's been all good for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Feels like the only thing that might mess them up is Emperor Zurg Uh-oh. The arch enemy of the Galactic Alliance looking on. You see the Josh Allen sack in Zerg vision. Jags by 10 early.
Attention, all students. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs. The ones that were told they were too much, too small, too loud, or not loud enough. In this game, there's a position for everybody. We run and we throw.
We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
We're back here in Andy's room. It looks like Buzz Lightyear is trying to run away from someone or something. Buzz is on the run. Maybe he'll spread his wings and fly. The score is 10-0 Jaguars early second quarter. Maybe he was running from Emperor Zurg. I know some of the players are concerned about that today.
Yeah, Buzz also maybe running to figure out a point.
I'm super nervous to meet Zurg. If he shows up, he might, I don't know, he's just scary to me.
If Emperor Zurg shows up to our sidelines, I think I'll be okay. Being a kicker, I'm used to handling the pressure, so anything that he brings, any of his army or anyone he tries to send after us, I think me, the Jacksonville Jaguars, will be able to handle it.
Well, Emperor Zurg was looking on when Brandon McManus kicked a 56-yard field goal earlier. That's how the Jaguars have a 10-0 lead, along with a Calvin Ridley touchdown. Trevor Lawrence completes the first pass of a new drive to his tight end, Evan Ingram. That gains just 3. Jesse Bates on the stop for Atlanta. Well, in case you don't know, Emperor Zurg, or in case you just blocked him out of your memory because he's so scary, he's a sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance. Currently building a super weapon capable of destroying entire planets. He's also the arch enemy of Buzz Lightyear. Also happens to be his father. So we're going to have a review on the field trying to determine if Evan Ingram fumbled that football. We will have the answer when we return.
Atlanta.
Get Hulu Plus Live TV for $49.99 per month for 3 months and take control of how you watch.
Good morning, America.
No long-term contract.
You can do whatever you want.
You
sure about that?
Yes.
Love that.
No hidden fees. No funky equipment.
Great.
We've got you covered.
Let's go. With over 90 live channels, never miss a second of your favorite live sports and shows. Get this limited time deal now. Go to hulu.com/live-TV.
Woody and Bullseye learning about football as they play here in Andy's room, Falcons and Jaguars. Bullseye's got some serious speed. Maybe they should sign him up one of these teams.
It's amazing how fast you can run with 4 legs.
It's not fair. 10-0 Jaguars. The Falcons challenged the ruling on the field of a completed pass. So Trevor Lawrence to Evan Ingram. And Jesse Bates trying to break it up, but the call on the field is going to stand, so the Falcons lose that challenge. What were they trying to challenge there, Bug?
Well, whether the ball was complete or incomplete, probably a wasted challenge. It was only a 4 or 5 yard gain. That was a great job by Jesse Bates. Once the receiver caught the ball, he came in with the fist punch and knocked it out.
So 2nd down and 5. The Claw has heard the ruling on the challenge. The play stands. It was a 5-yard gain for Ingram on 1st down. You get 2 challenges per game as the head coach of an NFL team, and if you win the second one, then if you win both, you get a 3rd challenge. So Arthur Smith has used one, and also they lose a timeout because they lost the challenge. Christian Kirk makes the catch for a short gain of just 3 yards, and look out. We were concerned about Emperor Zurg. There he is. Always scary when a guy can move without moving his feet at all.
It's always scary when a guy has a target on your back and is aiming at you also.
Slinky Dog has no concern for Emperor Zurg.
I just love how happy Slinky looks all the time.
It's really inspirational. Trevor Lawrence's favorite character, acting as the 1st and 10 chains today. It's 3rd down and 2. Lawrence tucks it and runs, and he is just short of a 1st down, a gain of 1, and oh no, Zurg's at it again! Take cover from the evil Emperor Zurg.
Let's just hope he doesn't catch someone during the game today.
Yeah, if you have someone in fantasy football, you don't want Emperor Zurg to be involved. Logan Cook out to punt for the Jaguars on 4th down and 1. And pushes the return man, Mike Hughes, inside his own 15. That's where the Claw will spot the ball around the 13-yard line. Remember, folks, coming up at halftime, so just about 10 minutes from now, Duke Kaboom will be posing on your TV. His Daredevil spectacular, and it is certainly spectacular. Booger, we've seen Duke Kaboom perform some incredible stunts, like at the carnival, jumping from the Ferris wheel. What are we expecting from him today in that Daredevil spectacular?
Well, whatever he does, you know it's going to be spectacular, and you know it's going to be extremely high, which is the one thing I'm concerned about, because we've discussed this. Boog don't do heights. I can't wait to see how high he goes at halftime.
Can you do watching heights? Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, as long as I have something to eat, I can do that.
All right. We'll have Pizza Planet being delivered. That's coming up at halftime. It's 1st down and 10 here, mid-second quarter. Tyler Algier on the carry for the Atlanta Falcons. A gain of 5 on 1st down. And some more info on Duke Kaboom. He is the Canuck with all the luck. The greatest of the Great White North. Canada's greatest stuntman. He jumped off a Ferris wheel in Toy Story 4. And you'll see him performing today at halftime. We've gotten a chance to see some of the setup for that course they're setting up here in Andy's room, and it is terrifying. It's daunting. We'll see how he does. And it's 2nd down and 5. Algier again going nowhere. The former Atlanta Falcon, Foye Oluokun, in there first for a loss of 3.
Just can't get the running game going now. Algiers is trying to get up in there. They only have 8 yards rushing. Really nice job there by the Jaguar defense. You can tell this team came to play today. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement there from the Jaguars.
Oluokun, his favorite childhood toy, backyard sports computer games. That is a good call.
Mine was a tire on a tree shooting basketball.
Didn't have computer games back then?
Not at all.
3rd down and 8. Desmond Ridder, Atlanta's quarterback, checks it down. Bijan Robinson makes an incredible one-handed catch and picks up the first down. 9 yards for the rookie. How did he do that?
Drew, you know what I always say, who needs two hands when one will do? Just a great catch there by Bijan. Ritter trying to get rid of it. A little bit of pressure, throws it out there. Yes! I see you, Bijan.
Now, Bijan with such an amazing catch, it looked like the ball was floating out there for a second. And he shook off Foye Oluokun, the league's leading tackler the last 2 years, to move the chains. That's how you help your quarterback out. They fake it to Robinson this time and set up the screen to the tight end, Jonnu Smith. He makes his move and picks up 7. Chad Muma makes the tackle for Jacksonville. He's starting for the injured Devin Lloyd today.
Just searching to make a play. A little bit of misdirection. That means that the offense went to the left. They had the defense shift that way. Then they came back to the right, trying to take advantage of an aggressive defense.
Good look from our sky cam there, or alien cam today here in Andy's room.
Which eye do you think he's looking through?
See, it's an interesting question because usually when you're filming, you close one of your eyes, right? So is he closing 2 eyes?
Or does he close the 2 outside ones and just look through the middle?
It's through the middle one, yeah. Either way, he's doing a phenomenal job today. That's a 4-yard gain for Algier on 2nd down and 3, so that'll be a first down for Atlanta. As the alien continues to soar on the claw, operating the sky cam. We're halfway through this second quarter. A little light for Atlanta here offensively. They still only have 3 first downs and just 33 total yards.
Emphasis on the word a little. Very little so far. They need a big play.
Who can they turn to for that big play?
Hal Pitts or Drake London. Somebody down the field that can get the ball to and stretch this defense.
Pitts is number 8. He's the tight end just on the right side of your screen. Ritter to throw on first down. He was pressured, completes it anyway. Kadero Hodge makes the catch for the Falcons, a 10-yard gain right at the first down marker. Darius Williams on the tackle, and oh boy, here we go. The Pizza Planet truck is loose on the sideline. That's a lot of pizza he's dropping. I think my partner, Booger McFarland, is leaving the broadcast to go pick up some of that loose pizza.
I just hope he doesn't drop mine. Please don't.
We're 6 minutes away from lunchtime, partner. Pizza Planet at halftime when Duke Kaboom is performing his Daredevil Spectacular. Bijan Robinson on first down has an 8-yard gain. A solid chunk on first. Chad Muma makes another tackle for Jacksonville.
You just wonder when the Falcons are going to run a play action, which means they're going to put the ball out, fake like they're giving it to Bijan, and then look over the top, because the Jaguars' defense right now is keying on every running back that the Falcons have.
That's a popular plays. The play action, try to fake out the defense. On 2nd down and 2, Ritter calls out the play, hands it to Robinson, evades one tackler, can't get away from Cisco. A gain of 2 should be enough for a first down for Atlanta. There goes Bullseye again. I'm telling you, man, if you could suit up Bullseye and hand him the football, that would be dangerous.
Bullseye's putting on a show on the sideline. You would think he would grab a seat and watch the game.
Yeah. I don't know if Bullseye grabs a seat ever. Might not be what he does.
That's a great point by you, Drew.
He rides like the wind. Where's that play action Booger's looking for? Robinson in motion. Ritter throws, intercepted. Darius Williams has it for the Jags, and he might be gone. Flames coming out of his cleats. A 61-yard pick six for the Jags. Darius Williams has his first interception of the season, and it comes in Andy's room.
Just a really good job by Williams of anticipating the throw. Man-to-man coverage. He stepped right in front of the receiver, and then he turned the speed on. Look at the fire coming off the carpet. Just an outstanding play there by Williams.
Burning up the threads on his way to the end zone. McManus with the extra point. Through the blocks. And again, they'll have to set those up again as the kick is so good. It knocks over the goalpost. Darius Williams with a 61-yard interception return for a touchdown.
I love how Williams stepped in front. Then the high step. Take it to the end zone. Jaguars 17, Falcons nothing.
Chris Vaughn telling his son that he was being drafted. You want to come to work with me next week? Makes it so magical.
Deuce Vaughn in the end zone.
Hey, kids, did you hear? Duke Kaboom is performing at halftime. I think he's going to make the jump. What about you?
I'm super excited for Duke Kaboom's halftime performance. Hopefully I'll get to kind of sneak out onto the field and watch it. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to make it. I mean, it's Duke Kaboom. Come on.
I want to see this one in person. So I'm going to actually probably turn the team over to somebody else and come out of the locker room at halftime to actually watch this performance. I think he's going to make it, and I'll be cheering for him hard.
Duke Kaboom at halftime is must-see TV. Man, I don't know, I might have to ask Coach if I could sneak out to see him better than Rihanna, I think.
Yeah, Josh Allen is hilarious. He's also playing an incredible game with 2 sacks early for the Jaguars, who are all over the Falcons, 17-0 as Atlanta gets the ball back. And let's check in with Pepper. Hey, Pepper, how excited is everyone for this Duke Kaboom halftime show?
Oh, everybody is incredibly excited, Drew. I think everybody on the sidelines is looking forward to it. And I just heard from Buzz that he has so much confidence that Duke Kaboom will make it, that he would, fly into space and come back and be totally fine. He has so much faith in Duke Kaboom. So everybody else is really looking forward to it, too.
All right, great stuff, Pepper. We cannot wait. We're just 4.5 minutes away from Duke Kaboom's halftime Daredevil Spectacular. Desmond Ridder on first down. Fires. It's picked off again. Andre Cisco's got it for the Jags. He fumbles the football, but it's recovered by his teammate, Foye Oluokun. That's back-to-back passes from Desmond Ridder, intercepted, and a 25-yard return has the Jags in the red zone.
Yeah, that's something you don't see often, back-to-back interceptions. And we're also seeing why the Falcons are a running football team. Their young quarterback, Desmond Ridder, fakes it to the right, drops back. I don't know if he sees Cisco, a great break on the ball by Cisco, and he's trying to take it to the house. Got to remember to keep the football in your hands, man. Don't drop it. But back-to-back pitch by the Jaguars. Just a good idea of Cisco understanding where the ball was going to go, good eyes, vision on the ball, and making the interception.
Desmond Ridder entered this game, Booger, with 1 career interception in 7 starts. He throws 2 on consecutive plays.
Yeah, right now, when he gets to the sideline, his coach has got to calm him down. He's got to be shook a little bit. But right now, this Falcons defense has to bull up and hold the Jaguars to a field goal.
It sets the Jaguars up with great field position inside the 20. They give it to Travis Etienne on first down. He picks up just a yard as Nate Landman makes the tackle. Mr. Spell just hoping the Falcons defense can hang in here. and prevent another touchdown for the Jags.
And the Falcons offense is hoping the same thing also.
Desmond Ridder might be hoping for that more than anyone. Booger, you play defense. When you make one big play, does that seem to lead to more?
It just kind of snowballs, man. And I think right now the defense is feasting on this young quarterback.
It's second down from the 15. Lawrence throws over the middle. That is complete. It's Christian Kirk again. Gain of 7. Jesse Bates on the stop for Atlanta, so the Jags just 1 yard away from another first down.
And Kirk is doing a really good job of working that slot, the middle of the field. He leads the National Football League in catches in the middle of the field from the slot position since the start of last season. And he's picked up right where he left off here today.
The Jaguars, one offensive touchdown today was a throw to Calvin Ridley, number 0. Not out there for this play. Third down and short. Lawrence hands to Etienne. He gets tripped up in a hurry, gains just 1. Grady Jarrett, one of your favorite players, makes the play in the backfield. Now a decision for the Jaguars. Do you go for it or do you kick the field goal?
Yeah, I think you have to ride the momentum right now. The plan is working well. You have the momentum, 2 turnovers. You got to make sure that you announce we're here to win this game, and you got to go for it on 4th down.
And they will. The Falcons, one of the best 4th down defenses in the NFL. They've stopped 6 4th downs in a row entering this game. Lawrence fakes the handoff. It's play action. Wants the end zone. Keeps it. He gets sacked. Lawrence goes down, a loss of 5. Jarrett in there along with David Onyemata. Falcons ball, a turnover on downs.
And that's a big-time play there by the Falcons. They needed that. Grady Jarrett, Onyemata making a play. Not sure I would have thrown the football here if I were the Jaguars. You only needed 1 yard, which is 3 feet, and they decided to drop back and throw the football. But a heck of a play by Jarrett and Onyemata.
So Slinky Dog turns around and points in the other direction. It's Falcons football, and maybe that can be the boost this team needs.
Does Slinky need to turn around, or can he just go backwards and forwards? I've been thinking about that here.
Looks like his front paws tend to be the first down marker.
I got you.
Maybe when he gets more tired in the second half, though, he'll switch. Before first down and 10, a flag comes in, which stops the play.
Start. Offense. Number 7. 5-yard penalty. First down.
A false start against the Falcons. Now, we've seen a couple of sacks already today, Booger. For those who are new to the sport, I know you know a thing or two about the art of the sack as a former defensive lineman. Forky wants to know, what's a sack?
Yeah, when a quarterback has the ball and he's attempting to pass and the defense sacks him or tackles him behind the line of scrimmage before he can throw the football, that is a sack. And usually the guy that gets the sack has a little dance, does a little wiggle, does something to celebrate because they're hard to come by, Drew.
Bijan Robinson gains 4 yards on first down as we approach the 2-minute warning. Booger, at some point today, we got to get out from behind this desk and have you do your sack dance.
Yes, as long as you play a little music, I'll do a little dance, Drew.
We hit the 2-minute warning, which is in the second quarter and the fourth quarter in the NFL. When the clock hits 2 minutes, it stops. And we take a timeout. We'll step aside. Jags picked off consecutive passes by Desmond Ridder. And it's all Jacksonville early on.
4 of the NFL season continues later today on CBS and Fox, followed by Sunday Night Football in New York as the Chiefs face the Jets on NBC. Then Week 4 concludes with Monday Night Football as the Seahawks take on the Giants on ESPN and ABC. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Attention, all students. In this game, there's a position for everybody. This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
You can't miss it. Duke Kaboom, just 2 minutes away from taking the stage for his Daredevil Spectacular at halftime of Falcons and Jaguars. Slinky Dog is operating the first down and 10 marker today. So far, all Jags. Almost tripling up the Falcons in total yards, and they lead 17-0. And oh my gosh, the Pizza Planet truck is loose again.
I just need for him to have one left. He can lose a lot of them, but he's got to have one left for me.
Do I get a slice?
No.
Man, that's cold, partner. It's second down and 11 for the Falcons. Ritter completes to Drake London for a gain of 7, pushed out of bounds by Tyson Campbell. He was not moving forwards when he went out of bounds, so the clock continues to wind under 2 minutes. The Falcons have 2 timeouts. Third down and 4. Ritter throws short. Bijan Robinson trying to get the first down and get out of bounds. He does both. 5-yard gain for the rookie. And the clock's at 1:37.
Really nice job. Just a comfortable pass to settle Ritter down, and Bijan makes a guy miss and gets out of bounds. By the way, if I were to give you a slice of pizza, what's your favorite slice?
I like a meat lover's pizza. Ritter throws deep. Oh, it should have been intercepted again. It looked like he had pizza grease on his hands. It was Darius Williams who almost had his second INT of the first half.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter right now is just not seeing the field well. You can tell he's nervous. Just not performing at the highest level right now, and the Jaguars are taking advantage of it.
Second down and 10. Ritter completes this time, throwing short to Kyle Pitts. That's the tight end's first catch of the day. Number 8 has an 8-yard gain. It's third down. Kyle Pitts, a man after our hearts. Meat Lover's Pizza is his favorite.
You got to love it. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up offense right now. They're not huddling. They're trying to hurry up because the clock is running down. Only 1:05 left before halftime. NFL teams get in this hurry-up mode. They call this up-tempo or hurry-up offense.
Bijan Robinson tackled, and the Jaguars call timeout, not the Falcons. So Atlanta was trying to move quickly. Jacksonville stops the clock for them, hoping they can get the football back and score some more points. The Jaguars have applied a lot of pressure against the Falcons team that gave up 7 sacks last week, and you see how this happens.
Yeah, just a really good job of the teammates occupying the blockers and the defense bringing one more guy than the offensive line can block, and Josh Allen gets his sack and gives ode to Karate Kid.
So it's fourth down and 2 after the run for no gain on third. That's why the Jaguars use the timeout to stop the clock. Christian Kirk makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. The fair catch, you wait for it with your hand so no one can hit you after you squeeze it. And Duke Kaboom coming up at halftime. Not only great on the motorcycle, but great posing as well. And a great mustache, too, a lot like Falcons coach Arthur Smith.
A man that, dare I say, has no fear.
So the claw spots the ball right at the 20-yard line. This Jacksonville offense has been potent today. We'll see them in that hurry up that Booger mentioned earlier for the Falcons on the other side. And they send it out to Christian Kirk on the short pass. He tries to pick up yards after the catch. Only gained 6. Caden Ellis makes the tackle for Atlanta as you see it from the sky cam. Operated by an alien today. Jaguars in a hurry with just one timeout. Lawrence throws incomplete for Christian Kirk, which stops the clock.
It's kind of tough in this hurry-up offense because you're trying to get down the field, but you don't have a lot of time. They got one timeout, and you try to save that timeout for when you cross the 50-yard line so you can get in scoring range.
Remember, their kicker, Brandon McManus, made from 56 earlier today. So you look at where they are on the field, their own 26-yard line. To get to 56 yards away, they need to get to about the 38 because you had about 18 yards to the yard line. That's how long the field goal would be. 10 yards in the end zone, about 8 yards back to the holder. On 3rd down and 4, Lawrence throws, complete. It's Christian Kirk again. Past the 40-yard line with 16 yards. D. Alford in coverage.
Kirk does a really nice job of running his route, setting the defender up, understanding where he wants to go because the defender doesn't know, and a nice pass there by Trevor Lawrence to the outside where only his guy can get it. Kirk's having a very good first half, Drew.
Christian Kirk running like there's a snake in his boot today. He's got 6 catches for 72 yards. Targeted 9 times. Trevor Lawrence's favorite toy here at Andy's Room. Lawrence to throw on 1st down. Under 30 seconds to play in the first half off the hands of Christian Kirk. Alford in coverage again.
They're going to need a chunk play here with only 24 seconds left in the first half. They still have a lot of yardage to cover. Need a big play down the field. Remember, they still have one timeout, so they can throw the ball anywhere and stop the clock.
Play clock down under 5 seconds. Got to snap the football, and they do. Trevor Lawrence feels the pressure, and he gets sacked. Sandwiched between 3 Falcons for a loss of 7. Grady Jarrett was in there. David Onyemata was in there, and Bud Dupree, 48 for the Falcons, make the sack.
Yeah, when they needed a play, Bud Dupree turning the corner, turning the edge, just as Trevor Lawrence dropped back. I love how he used his hands. He got around the offensive tackle. Big sack right there as the Jaguars were trying to go and score some more points.
Well, that's the final play of the first half. The Jaguars will take their 17-0 lead to recess. Biggest play of the first half so far. Ham wants to see it on replay. So does Rex. The pick 6 for the Jaguars.
Really good job there by Williams, stepping in front, taking it to the house. And you know what time it is now? It's time for Duke. Kaboom!
Someday,
this shot will be yours.
Someday, this shot will all be mine.
Disney and Pixar's Elemental is now streaming on Disney+.
I'm okay.
People are saying it's one of Pixar's best films.
Oh.
And they're calling it the next Pixar masterpiece.
My daughter, she burned bright, but sometimes too bright, eh?
Disney and Pixar's Elemental, rated PG, now streaming on Disney+.
Welcome to the halftime show for Toy Story Fun Day Football. Your friends Booger and Drew back with you here in Andy's room. One of the most exciting players, not just in this game today, Boog, but in the entire NFL, is Falcons rookie running back Bijan Robinson. Let's get to know the young man out of Texas.
When I was a kid, I would always just play football. I would introduce myself
to everybody, like, I'm Bijan, I'm going to the NFL. And now looking back at it, I mean, yeah, it was probably like, yeah, this kid was a little different.
He had every football that you could imagine, and you never saw him without a football. That was his security blanket. Bijan just had such a passion for the sport. 6 o'clock in the morning, he would have the TV on, and I would hear na-na-na, na-na-na.
As a kid, I've always had other things that I like, just football. Pixar's my thing. Woody's my favorite. He's just like the most positive character. You know, there's a lot of fast characters in Pixar. I mean, you got Lightning McQueen, you got Dash. So I think that they'll find a way to put me in a good look. I think I'll be a pretty cool cartoon character, honestly. And even in like a Pixar animated form, like, I think I look pretty sick. So I'm excited to see it.
Well, Bijan Robinson certainly looks cool as a toy. He also is fun to watch in real life.
No doubt. And like most kids, he got excited about football at a very young age.
And we're excited right now about the pizza delivery we have coming for halftime. We're going to settle in, hunker down for Duke Kaboom's halftime spectacular. We got a chance to ask some of the players in this game about their favorite pizza from Pizza Planet.
Oh, when I'm ordering Pizza Planet, I love to have barbecue chicken on my pizza.
Daddy wants some mushrooms, but nobody else likes mushrooms. So we got to go half mushrooms, half pepperoni and Italian sausage, some extra cheese. Yeah, good.
We get a pizza from Pizza Planet, you know, it's going to be cheese and pepperoni. It's not a very adventurous group right here.
I'm going to do, sorry, ham, but I'm going to do pineapple, ham, and jalapenos. Nothing against ham, but ham just goes good on a pizza.
My favorite pizza that I'd order from Pizza Planet, sorry, ham, would be ham and cheese. I'd add a little crushed red pepper for some spice. Sorry, pal.
What's up with the special teamers putting ham on their pizza? We're starving now after seeing that. And Boog, it looks like our delivery's almost here.
Yeah, I can't wait till this delivery comes. Boog is starving. Who knew you could get so hungry calling the game?
It is hard work here in Andy's room, and it looks like our pizza delivery has finally arrived. We've got our halftime food. There it is, Boog. Nice grab.
Yeah, good hands by a big defensive tackle, and it smells so good.
Oh, the defensive guys can catch as well. We've got our pizza ready. We're going to get our popcorn ready as well because we've got something incredible, spectacular even, coming up here at halftime. It is Duke Kaboom, the greatest of the Great White North, the Canuck with all the luck.
Let's go, Duke.
Spectacular is next.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy grill. Chips and dip? Check. Backyard party? Check. Passport? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and bro? Check. Playoff hopes? Check. Bella? Check. Every emotion in the Emotionverse all season long. Check, baby.
All right, folks, here we go. It's time for Duke Kaboom's Daredevil Spectacular. Booger and Drew back with you. We've eaten our pizza, and Boog, man, people are excited about this.
And I'm one of those people. Can't wait to see him execute this fearless jump.
It's the Canuck with all the luck. Duke Kaboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. Let's check out what he's up against today. This is no joke, folks. He's going to go up on top of that very tall tower, build up speed to go through the scary loop as the aliens look on. Jump over 5 double-decker buses, and hopefully at the end of this, he'll be celebrating. He's a guy who's been known at different times for his crash landing. He's tried to get this one nice and clean, and of course, the double-decker buses inspired by the game being played at Wembley Stadium in London. Imagine here in Andy's room. Booger, I mean, I'd be terrified to go up there.
Yeah, Boog don't do heights, and so for him to get that high and that much speed coming down and then to execute it, I'd be scared just thinking about this.
And here he comes. Uh-oh. Look who's looking on. It's Emperor Zurg. Wow. And he has his sights set on Duke Kaboom. So as if this weren't scary and risky enough already, Emperor Zurg is looking on. Duke Kaboom getting some encouragement from the spectators here in Andy's room.
How high is he going to go, Drew?
Feels like he's never going to stop. So many fans in attendance, fired up to see the Daredevil Spectacular from the greatest of the Great White North. There he goes. Duke Kaboom is off through the scary loop. Look at the speed over the buses. With style points on top. Yes, Canada. The confetti rains here in Andy's room. Duke Kaboom pulls off the spectacular. That was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. The speed, the execution, the focus. Let's hope these teams in the second half can execute their game plan the way Duke Kaboom did that jump.
Maybe an inspirational halftime show for both these teams. Let's take another look because we have to. First, the speed to get through this scary loop. This is something he can do in his sleep. And then as he goes over the 5 double-decker buses, look at the poses he pulls off.
Yeah, look at the height and then the style points. Way to show off, Duke Kaboom. Just show off.
And the sky cam follows him through. Manned by an alien, held up by the claw. What a look. The Canadian flag waving. Duke Kaboom might be a big CFL fan. He loves the Grey Cup. Here at halftime of an NFL game in Andy's room, he just pulled off the spectacular. And hopefully that sets us up for an exciting second half.
Should have been an unbelievable second half, followed by an unbelievable jump by Duke Kaboom.
Congratulations to Duke Kaboom. We're going to break down the track, and we'll get those double-decker buses out of the way because we've got a second half to play. But Duke Kaboom has done it. The spectacular has been achieved here in Andy's room.
Is ready for Monday Night Football.
Everybody in the program!
And this NFC showdown.
Hey, let's go get one! Let's go get one!
Geno Smith and the Seahawks are ready to take over the Big Apple.
Boom!
While Daniel Jones and the G-Men are ready to make a giant statement. Seahawks Giants at 8 on ESPN and ABC.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Welcome back to Andy's Room. Toy Story Funday football getting set for the third quarter. Falcons and Jaguars. So far, all Jacksonville. 17-0. We told you, as it happens in London, it happens here. Check out the side-by-side. What a cool look. In Andy's Room and in London, Darius Williams picks off Desmond Ridder and takes it to the house. Booker McFarland diagram this play for us.
Yeah, it's a really good job of playing man coverage, off man coverage, meaning you're a little bit off the receiver, but you got vision on the quarterback, and you step inside the receiver, and you catch it, and you take it to the house.
Williams went 61 yards to the house in Andy's house for a pick six. The very next play from scrimmage, Desmond Ridder threw another interception to Andre Sisco. Drew Carter, Booger McFarland, Pepper Percy back with you here in Andy's Room. The Falcons won the coin toss at the start, deferred their choice to the second half, so they'll start with the football here in the third quarter. And Boog, let's demonstrate that interception. How do you want to do this here?
Well, you're going to be the receiver, and you're going to stand right here. And as a defensive back, I have vision. I see the ball coming. As the ball is coming, I can step in front, I can pick it off, and then I am taking it to the house at that point. So that's how he did it. You got to have vision on your man and also vision on the quarterback. Really nice job by him there.
So that's your high step to the house. We want to see your sack dance later. You down for that?
I'm down for it.
I'm not dancing, by the way. Don't even ask. First play of the third quarter is Ridder tossing to Tyler Algier. And the Falcons running back with a solid gain on first down tackle just short of the first down marker. Well, I mean, why wait? Let's do the sack dance.
Well, we've seen them pay homage to the Karate Kid by getting the one leg up. Well, you also have to get the leg up, and then you add a little wiggle to it. That's how you do the sack dance. So it's leg up and wiggle, wiggle. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Leg up and wiggle, wiggle.
Man, my shoulders look good with the screws in there. Better as a toy. I got moves. It's second down and 1. Bijan Robinson gets the call for the Falcons, and there goes the rookie. The young fella's got flames coming out of his feet. And Bijan Robinson takes it inside the 30. A gain of 38 for the Falcons superstar.
A really nice job of Bijan changing direction. Started to play one way, but because of his vision, he saw there was room to the backside, put his left foot in the ground and cut it all the way back, and then he turned the Jets on. Just really good vision by him, finding a hole. Talk about a play that was well needed. The Falcons needed that play. And you can see inside the helmet what Bijan sees. Some guys just see it a little bit different than others. Nice job by Bijan.
He's such a special young player, and one of the most interesting things about him is, we heard at halftime, his mom actually pronounces his name differently than he does. You could argue he pronounces his own name incorrectly.
Yeah, is it Bijan or Bajan?
Bajan.
Which one is it? Whichever one, the Falcons need that Robinson to do a lot more in the second half.
Yes. Mr. Robinson, we can call him. Second down and 7. As you see, Robinson with 85 total yards for the Falcons. They only have 127 as a team. He's accounted for well over half their total yards. Second and 7, Ridder looks to pass. And it's incomplete, bringing up third down and 7. Let's check in with Pepper.
Yeah, guys, everything's looking good out of halftime, except, unfortunately, it looks like Buzz is having some trouble. He got stuck in the door, so hopefully he can make it out okay. He was looking for some popcorn, some snacks for the second half, and just got stuck in there.
Wow, Pepper, it looks like Buzz is worn out, but he's taking it in stride.
That's a lot better when Lotso put Buzz in demo mode. Hopefully he can get out of the door right there.
You never want to be in demo mode. Buzz falling with style, not flying. That pass complete. Kadero Hodge has a first down for the Falcons. A nice pass from Ridder for a gain of 9.
For the first time today, we see life in this Falcons offense as they try to make a game of it in the second half. Maybe they went in at halftime and made some adjustments to the game plan.
This is a team that has struggled in the first half this season, and they're actually the best fourth quarter team in the NFL this year, plus 23 in the final 15 minutes of games. Their early third quarter, they're putting together a nice drive as Bijan Robinson gets the carry on first down, and he's brought down after a short gain of just one. Action all around the room. Bo Peep leading the way. Buzz Lightyear falling with style, and there's Woody. Not necessarily with style, but figuring it out.
Have you ever been on the zip line, partner?
Absolutely.
Something you've done that I haven't.
You're afraid of heights too much, right?
There you go. Now you're figuring this out.
I'm afraid Buzz is just here for the zip line, though. On 2nd down and 9, Ritter throws. And Tyler Algier, the running back, cannot squeeze it. Now, important thing to note there is if the pass goes backwards, that is a live football. It would be a fumble instead of an incomplete pass, but they call it incomplete, brings up 3rd and 9.
Biggest down of the game so far right now. Down 17-0. Finally have some momentum. You want to score a touchdown and not a field goal, so it's imperative they get this first down, if not the touchdown on this play.
Play clock under 5. They barely get the snap off, and Ritter looks to throw. He's going end zone. Drake London. He's got it. Touchdown. London scores in London and in Andy's room. And the Falcons are on the board with a 15-yard strike.
Just a super job there by Desmond Ritter. What a pass. What a catch there by London. They call it a back shoulder fade. You're throwing it to the back of the pylon and to the back shoulder of the receiver. And as long as the ball crosses the end zone, it's a touchdown. Possession. A much-needed touchdown there for the Atlanta Falcons.
Younghoe Koo out to add the extra point. And he knocks it through. Kicks it into the sun. Falcons have some juice here, Bud.
Yeah, they needed that. Suns out, guns out for the Falcons. 17-7 Jaguars. Do we have a game in Andy's room?
Game day, you see our strength, but every day we see yours.
When there's nothing left to give, you push on, so we ride with you.
Time after time, you show up strong.
We're always here to support you.
Doing what it takes.
No matter the battle you face.
Hi everyone, it's Dan Orlovsky, and I'm going to show you how to throw the perfect football spiral. First, hold the ball, placing your fingers on the laces. Then, take a couple steps back, look for your target, and release the ball with a flick of a wrist. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Rex. Are you going to be okay? Can we get Rex some help? Can we just go back to the game, please?
All right, thanks, Dano. The toy soldiers are all over it. Sometimes you throw a spiral too well, and it knocks out a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like the asteroid 65 million. So the Falcons are on the scoreboard. Early third quarter. And after the touchback, the Jaguars will start at the 25. So Desmond Ridder has his first touchdown. It was really a struggle for them in the first half. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence rock solid in the first half.
Trevor Lawrence has been outstanding early on, getting the football to Calvin Ridley. Desmond Ridder, a little bit of a slower start, but he got it going a little bit now in the second half. Looks like we're going to have a shootout between these two young quarterbacks.
Seems like they are settling in nicely in Andy's room, playing on the carpet. You see some of the London-themed decorations. This game happening live at Wembley Stadium and also happening live as you see it here. Lawrence throws on the run, completes Calvin Ridley. Just his second catch today. The first one went for a 30-yard touchdown. This one goes for 8, defended for Atlanta in the secondary by A.J. Terrell.
Yeah, nice job by Ridley on the out route, meaning he breaks out toward the sideline, not in toward the middle of the field, and a strike there by Trevor Lawrence.
Slinky got to be careful there. First and 10 marker almost got taken out.
Typically when the ball is coming toward the marker, they drop their chains. Maybe Slinky needs to drop down and just get his knee on.
On 2nd and 2, Lawrence will throw again, wants to go deep, now checks it down. He's got his college teammate and running back Travis Etienne. It's a gain of 4. Nate Landman on the stop for Atlanta, but it's a first down for the Jags. Travis Etienne effective catching the ball out of the backfield. He had over 50 receiving yards last week against Houston, or 50 exactly, which was a career high. The Claw spots the ball at the Jacksonville 37. Jags still leading by 10, coming up on 5 minutes into the third quarter. And a whistle blows,
first charge,
and they'll call a timeout.
Jacksonville. This is a 30-second timeout.
Well, we've talked a lot about the quarterbacks today, and a big part of their job is communicating as we check out how the coaches and players talk during the game. A lot like the toy soldiers do via intercom on Andy's birthday when he's opening presents. On the field, the coaches and players talk on the sidelines. They often look at pictures or video from the past plays to try to have more success on future plays. Meanwhile, in the booth, coaches watch the game from high above. They do this so they can see the entire field, how all of the players on offense and defense are positioned, reacting to different plays. And the coaches and players, or the coaches in the booth, talk to the coaches and players on the field. Sometimes they disagree, not pleasant, but most of the time they work together well, have success in the game. So Trevor Lawrence is actually hearing from his coaches inside his helmet.
And as in life, communication is always key. You got to make sure you communicate with everybody. Listen to your parents, especially when they tell you to do something.
The parents know best, right?
They should.
Trevor Lawrence alone in the backfield, 5 wide receivers for the Jaguars, and they throw. It's complete. Tight end Luke Farrell with a short gain on 2nd down. Might be a first down as we say hello to Pepper.
Yeah, guys, we've got Woody and Jesse dancing again on the sidelines. They're just having so much fun on this game, and we're glad that they can express themselves. Hopefully Jesse doesn't get thrown this time.
Oh, there she goes. There she goes. You'd think maybe by the 3rd time they'll have it down.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th at least.
Great stuff from Pepper roaming the sidelines for us here in Andy's room. It is 1st and 10, and Travis Etienne going nowhere, stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Calais Campbell, number 93 for the Falcons, who's a former Jacksonville Jaguar. He's got 99 career sacks in his 16th season out of Miami. He'd be just the 6th active player with 100 if he got one today.
And all defensive linemen come into the game thinking they're going to get a sack. I guarantee you, he's no different.
Ryan Nielsen, the Falcons defensive coordinator, says Campbell brings calm to every room he's in. A veteran presence, a leader, a lot like Woody, the sheriff, here in Andy's room. Again, Lawrence alone in the backfield. Quick pass, and it gets blown up. Tim Jones cut down in a hurry by D. Alford, a loss of 1.
And we finally see some momentum from this Falcons defense. Really good job there by D. Alford. Coming up, ball carrier tries to go forward, and Jones, after he catches the ball, good job coming up, tackling the legs. You can't go anywhere as a runner if your legs are tied up on the ground.
Well, after the offense scores a touchdown, Bug, does that change the mindset of the defense?
Changes the momentum. Everybody's excited. It's like coming inside after recess. Everybody's excited and ready to go.
More recess. On 3rd and 11, Lawrence tried to set up the screen to his running back, and Jermichael Hasty fell down before the ball got there. So as the Aliens play a different kind of football on the sideline, it's 4th and 11 for the Jags.
It's amazing how the Aliens have gotten excited just as the Falcons defense is starting to make plays. And momentum has switched in Andy's room.
I just want to know if the squeaking was coming from the ball or from the Aliens. I'm unsure.
Either way, it's not good.
Logan Cook with the punt for Jacksonville. It bounces inside the 10. And touched there by the Jaguars to down it. Falcons have a long field, trailing by 10.
You watch NFL players playing the game, and you want to one day achieve those sort of things and play at those levels.
Christian Gonzalez.
To be able to represent Colombia really means a lot to me.
That has to mean something. I'm one of the few representatives of Mexican culture in the NFL.
Kind of have that on my shoulders, but I like having that on my shoulders for sure.
The Jaguars defense has been living in the backfield. Desmond Ridder got sacked 7 times last week against Detroit, and so far Jacksonville doing more of the same.
Yeah, Josh Allen's got 2 sacks today. Came into the game with 3. He's got 5 total. They've been getting after the quarterback, which forces the quarterback to throw the football faster than he doesn't want to. The defense can pick it off. You can get interceptions. This Jaguars defense has been outstanding, just swarming today.
So we're here, we're going to do a demonstration, and folks, I'm a little nervous because Booger McFarland, NFL defensive lineman, what do you want to show us here?
Well, I want to show you the art of getting to the quarterback. There we go. Now Boog is in uniform. The 9 deuce is ready to go. I want you to be an offensive blocker. Stick your arms out. Therefore, I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to knock your hands down, I'm going to get by you, and I'm going to go and get the quarterback. That's the anatomy of a sack, and then we're going to wiggle. I don't pick the quarterback up. Get up on your own. You got to knock the quarterback down. You do the sack dance, and as a defender, at that point, I can have fun.
That's not very nice. Can we go back to being partners now?
Now we're back to being partners.
We danced together earlier this third quarter.
That was earlier.
Thanks for demoing that, Bug. It's 1st down and 10 for the Falcons. A flag comes in after Bijan Robinson's carry. My hand still hurt after that. I shouldn't have even tried to block you.
Well, I don't know if you really tried, but
that's why I'm over here doing this.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Holding, defense, number 99. Illegal chalk block.
There's a hold against the defense, Jacksonville, and an illegal chop block against The offense, Atlanta, please do not demonstrate the chop block later on.
Well, if you're trying to figure out what a hold is, remember when Big Baby had Buzz in the chair and wouldn't let Buzz move?
That's right.
That's what holding is. You force somebody to stay somewhere against their will.
Thank goodness there are referees here to make sure that's outlawed.
Absolutely.
And there's offensive holding and defensive holding. Two different calls. Offensive holding when you're trying to block. I could have maybe tried to hold Booger there, but I don't think that would have ended well for me.
Either way, you weren't going to be successful, Drew.
Defensive holding when you're in coverage and you grab the jersey. But the offsetting penalties, one on each team, has first down again. Under 7 to play in this third quarter. Falcons still trailing by 10. They give it back to the rookie, Bijan Robinson. He is so shifty, picks up 9 yards on first down. Well, players huddle during the game, and the characters sometimes will huddle on the sideline. Look at all those characters there. Gabby was involved, Bunny and Ducky as well.
It's like the huddle when they were trying to figure out how to get outside of Sunnyside Daycare. They huddled up, they got a plan together, and he said, now, let's execute that plan.
These toys are elite planners. You go all the way back to Toy Story 1 when they came up with a plan to get out of Sid Phillips' backyard.
Yeah.
Robinson on first down, gains 2. They needed just 1, so it's another first down for Atlanta. So again, if you're just joining and maybe you're new to the NFL, the first down, you have 4 chances, 4 plays to pick up 10 yards. And then you move the chains, you get a first down. Slinky Dog moves up the sideline. You see him at the top of the screen. And the claw respots the ball, and you have 4 more plays.
So you have 4 downs to get 1 Slinky Dog.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right. Unless Slinky Dog is, being mischievous over there, and it's more than 10.
That's a good point by you, Drew.
It's first down and 10. Desmond Ridder at the controls for the Falcons. The quarterback throws up the sideline. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his big tight end, Kyle Pitts, who's really more of a wide receiver. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, and this is coming from the view of the receiver, Kyle Pitts. Good throw there by Ridder. Just led him a little too far to the outside. Kyle Pitts unable to make the catch.
The Jaguars defensive coordinator, Mike Caldwell, said, we treat Pitts like he's a tight end, or like he's a wide receiver, rather, because that's really how they use him.
Yeah, exactly.
The tight end typically lined up next to the offensive lineman, close to the football. Kyle Pitts typically out wide like a receiver. Ridder on the handoff to Robinson. So much speed for the rookie from Texas that he's got a first down and then some. 21 yards for Robinson. Pushed out of bounds by Tyson Campbell. Mr. Spell with the Falcons rallying call rise up.
Really good job there by the offensive line and the tight end coming around 67, 81, lead blocking. Anytime the running back does good things, usually the big guys up front, the protectors of the skill position guys, the offensive line, those protectors did their job. And Bijan up the sideline.
Bijan, saying it like his mama. An injury for the Jaguars. Andre Cisco down, being tended to. We will step aside with the Falcons on the move downtown.
A lot of the game day signs have been funny, many of them provocative. But there was only one sign that was first. That's me. My name is Bobby Merced, and this is the story of how Game Day got its signs. Back in '94, Game Day was coming to Lincoln. Got my sign out, and I started walking back and forth. The campus police said, no signs, but it was too late.
Look at all the signs!
I had already changed the world.
Hi, everyone. It's Booger McFarland, and I'm going to show you the proper way to tackle safely. The most important things are as follows. Number one, always keep your head up. This gives you the best sight line on the field and allows you to prevent injuries from the head. Number two, drive through the tackle, throwing your arms around the shoulder and grab claw so you can bring the ball carrier to the ground safely. Oh, no! I am so sorry, Rex. Are you going to be okay? Can we get Rex some help? Never mind. Can we just go back to the game, please?
Rex taking a beating today. Why were you so much nicer to Rex than you were to me, Booger?
Well, because I like Rex. Let's just be honest.
All right. You got this fourth quarter. I'm gonna head out. 5 minutes left in the third. Desmond Ridder throws for Atlanta and completes it to Kyle Pitts for a gain of 13. You see Slinky Dog behind us. Drew, Booger, and Pepper. Glad to be here in Andy's room. I'm still icing my entire body after Boog showed us how to sack the quarterback.
And right now, the Falcons are putting the Jaguars on ice a little bit as the momentum has turned in this game so far. Falcons starting to make a run. Bijan getting the football. They finally got Kyle Pitts involved. Let's see if the rest of this game they can make it close.
Actually outgaining the Jaguars right now, 197 to 195. It was all Jacksonville in the first half, 17-0. Ridder on the screen pass. Tyler Algier gets dumped. It was Foye Oluokun, the former Atlanta Falcon, makes the play for a loss of 4.
And that's an unbelievable play by Oluokun. They're setting up the screen. He does a really good job of eluding those offensive linemen, not one, but two of them, and making a tackle for loss, which is mean. He tackled the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage.
Foyesade Oluokun out of Yale. He's been the NFL's leading tackler each of the last 2 seasons, including one with Atlanta in 2021.
I hear Yale is a really smart school.
I think so. I heard the same thing. At 2nd and 14, Ridder, empty set. He'll throw. Incomplete. He was looking for Mac Hollins. In coverage, Tyson Campbell. And goes Bo Peep. Saying, man, I think she's the best athlete in this room. If I were to take any toy for a football team, Bo Peep would be my choice.
I would love for Bo Peep to just pay attention to the game just a little bit more. She's having way too much fun on the sideline.
Well, she's a lost toy, so she can do whatever she wants.
That's a great point by you, Drew.
3rd down and long for the Falcons. They've got to throw here on 3rd and 14. It's Ridder and Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Robinson split out wide, and before the play, a flag comes in. It'll be a false start against Atlanta.
False start. Offense. Number 81. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Why do we see that so often, Booger? Why do the guys jump early?
Well, because they're trying to get a head start. And a false start simply means that someone on offense started before the ball was snapped, which initiates the play, and they call it a false start. We all want to get off to a fast start, and sometimes we get just a little bit antsy, Drew.
Well, afraid of those scary defensive linemen coming after them.
Very similar to how you were of me.
And still am. So now 3rd and forever for the Falcons. 3rd and Big Ben. 19 yards to go. Ridder's got to throw long. Instead, checks it down. There's Bijan Robinson again. Makes a move, but he's nowhere near the first down. Gain of 6, so it's 4th down and 13. If you're just joining us, what does a punt look like? Impressive measurements. See the hang time there? The average last season was 4.42 seconds. Hang time means the longer the ball's in the air, the better chance the punting team has to stop the punt returner from the other team because they have more time to run down the field. Most recent full season average for the length of a punt was 46.7 yards from the line of scrimmage. That is a length that would be almost halfway as tall as Big Ben in London. And so on 4th and 13, the Falcons send out Bradley Pinion, and his punt received by Christian Kirk inside his own 10-yard line. That's a terrific punt from the Falcons. As the Jaguars take over on offense, we see something that might be affecting the game here, Pepper. What is that?
Yeah, guys. I mean, just take a look at the window behind me. There's quite a glare coming through that window. Obviously, we aren't outside, but there's still an effect that the weather has. And so hopefully, you know, at halftime, all the players were able to make any adjustments they needed to that because it's got quite a glare. Back to you, Joe.
Well, Pepper, it seemed like they were ready for this because if you look at their helmets, Bug, most of them have those dark visors on their face masks, which might help with the glare.
Yeah, that's definitely why you have those visors on, so you can make sure that you can have good vision as you're playing inside Andy's room.
So the Jaguars leading by 10 with under 3 minutes to play in the third. No reason to change their offensive strategy, right? We're not in clock killing mode just yet.
No, still be the aggressor. Still try to put more points on the board. ETN is going to get some carries. And at some point, you got to throw the ball deep down the field and see if your big play weapon, Calvin Ridley, can make a big play.
That one goes for 3 yards. ETN tackled by the Atlanta linebackers, Nate Landman and Caden Ellis. We've seen Ridley pop for one big play today, a 30-yard touchdown. It was the first score of the game. Both teams trying to rebound from a loss. Atlanta against Detroit was their first loss of the season. The Jaguars have dropped 2 in a row. They're playing back-to-back games in London. Also in Andy's room here for Toy Story Fun Day football. Lawrence throws, 2nd down and 7. Evan Ingram, the tight end, has it for a first down. A gain of 10. And the Claw will respot the ball for a first down. And look out. Flying saucers? Are the aliens going home? We need them for the sky cam.
Football is already a difficult sport. Wow. It's even getting more difficult with aliens and saucers flying around, Drew.
I wonder if Aaron Rodgers is seeing these UFOs. Wouldn't be the first time.
He's still on the ayahuasca.
Last couple minutes of the third quarter, Lawrence throws as a flag comes in. That is incomplete. He was looking for Ingram. In coverage, Jeff Okuda. Lawrence got hit in the backfield. We'll check the flag.
Holding. Offense, number 79. It's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's holding against the offense. In the center, Luke Fortner.
That happens a lot because us defensive linemen are trying to get to the quarterback to get the sack so we can dance. The offensive linemen, they don't want that to happen. So if they get beat, they'll hold, they'll trip, they'll claw, they'll do whatever they can do to keep us big guys from having fun and getting to their quarterback.
He's trying to stop Timmy Horn, who's number 98 for the Falcons, elevated from the practice squad this week. Practice squad is the guys who are just off the roster, which is 53 players for each NFL team. Trevor Lawrence throws again, completes again to Evan Ingram. A nice gain on first down of 10, brings up 2nd down, and good thing our alien running the sky cam is still here.
I'm glad he's here. I'm glad all 3 eyes are open because the aliens are on the loose.
A nice look from the alien cam.
I haven't quite figured out how to focus that thing yet, doesn't look like.
With 3 eyes, it might actually be difficult. The Claw is the alien's master, also spotting the ball here today in Andy's room. Under a minute left in the third. Play clock at 2. Lawrence gives to ETN. He waits, looks for a hole, and picks up 3. David Onyemata on the stop for the Falcons. Bud Dupree, 48 for the Falcons. Had some words for Travis Etienne after the play was over. We see that a lot, guys chirping back and forth.
Yeah, we see it on the football field a lot. Hopefully we won't see it much in Andy's room. We want to be very friendly inside. Let's all get along. All toys should play together and have fun. Let's be nice to the toys.
This could be maybe the final play of the third quarter. They expect to pass, and that's what the Jaguars do on 3rd down and 8. Lawrence throws. It's Kirk again. Oh, it's like he just unwrapped Christian Kirk because it's his favorite toy. 11 yards and a first down.
and continues the big day for Christian Kirk. He's having an outstanding day. Every time Lawrence drops back, he looks for him. Kirk, Lawrence, throwing the football. The catch. 17-7 Jaguars as we head to the fourth quarter.
11 targets for Christian Kirk, 7 catches, 82 yards. The aliens enjoying it. Toy Story Fun Day Football goes to the fourth.
Plans for Halloween.
Yeah, I got him screaming.
What fun that is.
Come on, Karen, we're falling behind.
Please don't call me Karen.
Hocus pocus, don't lose focus. Give me what I love the mostest. It's spooky season. Yeah, I got him screaming.
Had enough? We're just getting started. 31 Nights of Halloween. Watch all October on Freeform.
Fourth quarter coming here at Andy's Room, Toy Story Fun Day Football. Forky, Woody, all your favorite characters from Toy Story enjoying the game as it's 17-7. Jaguars over the Falcons, but this game feels a lot tighter than that score as we go to the fourth quarter. Drew Carter, Booger McFarland, Pepper Persley back with you here in Andy's Room. Thrilled to have you along with us for really a historic show. This has been so much fun. Pepper, what have you enjoyed most about this show so far?
Yeah, I think just the opportunity for all kids to be able to learn about the sport of football. I think this is a great opportunity. The Toy Story characters are so much fun. It's been so much fun having you all join us so far, and I'm so ready for this fourth quarter.
And we've heard from a lot of people who are watching maybe their first football game of all time. Boog, I'm sure you started playing when you were a young kid in Louisiana. How special is this?
It's a special moment. Having grown up, have kids now myself who love watching Toy Story. I'm sure Jacob and Alexis are just dying right now as they see Dad animated in real life.
That's right. First down and 10, Trevor Lawrence throws to the tight end. Evan Ingram, he's got it, and he's got a big play. 19 yards for Ingram. Pushed out of bounds by Jesse Bates. The tight end's having a great afternoon.
As the offense is starting to move, we've seen Trevor Lawrence get more and more people involved. Early on, it was Ridley. Then it was Etienne. And now, Evan Ingram, a tight end only by name, plays more like a wide receiver, doing an outstanding job here in the second half.
Seeing galloping like bullseye there after making the grab. Rides like the wind. One of the best yards after the catch tight ends in the NFL. So the Jags have it across midfield. Back to Etienne. Gain of 4 on first down. Grady Jarrett makes the tackle. You see Buzz, Woody, Bo, Forky, Duke Kaboom, Ducky and Bunny looking on.
Here's a question for you, Drew. Who do you think's the fastest character?
Well, if you give Duke Kaboom his motorcycle, I feel like he's got the leg up.
That's a good point. That's an unfair advantage, though.
Bullseye has 4 legs, also an unfair advantage.
But can he control the 4 legs?
That's a good point. Who do you think is the fastest?
I'm going to go with Woody, man. Woody seems like he's got that sneaky speed.
He's got a snake in his boot. Etienne again stuffed, no yards as Okuda, the cornerback, makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. So after no gain on second, Slinky doesn't have to move at all. And it's third down and 6. What do you like here for the Jags offense?
Jaguars offense has stalled a little bit. Explosive early on. You had the big play to Ridley. You had the return for a touchdown by Williams. Seems like they've stalled a little bit. They got to make a play, especially right now. They got to take advantage of this great field position. Otherwise, they're just letting the Falcons hang around in this ball game.
Could be 4 down territory with the ball at the 40. 4 wide for Lawrence. Falcons bring 4. Lawrence steps up, evades the pressure, makes a man miss, and has a first down. A gain of 10 for the quarterback, Trevor Lawrence.
And a really important note there by Lawrence. Typically when the quarterback runs the football, he'll slide, and they mark him down where he starts to slide. But notice, Trevor Lawrence didn't. He went head first because he needed to get that first down. Nice job there, keeping the chains moving, getting a slinky dog, getting a first down.
Yeah, a lot of the time the quarterback will slide to protect himself, right? Because he's not used to taking those big hits.
Quarterbacks are soft. They don't want to get hit. Kind of like you, Drew.
On first down, it's Etienne again. Gain of 3. Taquan Graham on the stop. I see some aliens still in the house. They're not all in those flying saucers.
It's a good thing. I'm sure kids right now are watching our broadcast. Maybe they have their favorite toy in their hand, playing with it, throwing it back and forth. Maybe they'll go outside this afternoon and toss the ball with Dad, or toss an alien if they have one.
Either way, it'll be good practice. Maybe some kids watching right now will be playing in the NFL one day. They snap it just before the play clock expires. Lawrence throws complete. Kirk got blasted by A.J. Terrell. Just a gain of 2. Terrell was Trevor Lawrence's teammate at Clemson, now one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, brings up 3rd down.
Really good job there of reacting up, making sure that when the ball carrier caught the football, he came up and made the tackle.
So another 3rd down coming up for the Jags. We've seen Lawrence scramble a couple times for a first down. All alone in the backfield here. Falcons rush just 3. Lawrence flushed from the pocket, throws on the run toward the end zone, incomplete. It was Jermichael Hasty he was trying to find. Could it be a field goal here for the Jags? The kickers are concerned.
It's going to be really fun to kick through the blocks for the first time. Hopefully it doesn't start moving before I kick the ball, but it's a different visual, but we'll figure something out.
The surface is wood, so we'll have to get used to that. Hopefully we'll have some grass carpeting, but I don't think it's going to be a challenge kicking through the uprights that are blocked. But the one thing is, if it goes offline just a little bit, and if it hits the blocks, I don't know what type of bounce the football might make. So hopefully those blocks fall down and the referees count it as good.
Well, Brandon McManus has nothing to worry about because he split the uprights there, split the goal blocks from 43 yards. He's now 2 for 2 on field goals today, and the Jaguars' lead is 13.
And a nice job by him kicking the ball through the uprights. It's 20-7. And the Falcons mount a comeback? Tune in to find out.
Game day, you see our strength, but every day we see yours.
When there's nothing left to give, you push on, so we ride with you.
Time after time, you show up strong.
we're always here to support you.
Doing what it takes.
No matter the battle you face.
Well, in case you missed it at halftime, I'm sorry, you missed a great show. The Duke Kaboom Daredevil Spectacular, in which he jumped over not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 double-decker buses in honor of this game also being played in London. Duke Kaboom lands it. He poses. It was amazing. He's also got an incredible stash. Who's got a better stash there, Boog, him or Arthur Smith?
I'm going to go with Arthur Smith. There's something about that stash. I think his still can grow. I don't know if Duke Kaboom can add any more hair to his.
Well, it is plastic, so that doesn't help.
Which furthers my point.
Yes. There's a touchback on the kickoff from the Jags. So the Falcons start at the 25. There goes Duke. Does he want to do another jump? Here he goes. Whoa! Duke Kaboom! Oh, my goodness. There's us behind him.
Talk about a man that has no fear.
He's Canada's greatest stuntman. Duke Kaboom adding some excitement to a Falcons offense that's been lacking it. Bijan Robinson with over 120 total yards. He's got more than half of the team's total offense. Desmond Ridder starts at the 25 on 1st and 10. Steps up, throws, deflected. It was tipped in the air by the linebacker Chad Muma. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really nice job there by Chad Muma, dropping back in zone coverage, which means those guys are not covering a particular man. They're covering a zone on the field and keeping their eyes and vision on the quarterback. That way when he throws the ball, they can tip it just like they did.
Muma's been great playing in place of Devin Lloyd, who's out after having thumb surgery. Mike Caldwell, the defensive coordinator, said don't expect to see any drop-off to Muma. We haven't. Tyler Algier around the right side. Tough running for 4 yards. Finally brought down by Yasir Abdullah, the rookie out of Louisville. 3rd down and 6 here for the Falcons.
Again, the Falcons staying with their bread and butter. Even though they're down 2 scores, a running football team. Not in any hurry, not panicking. But they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit as we're under 10 minutes left in this game.
Slinky Dog has 3rd down and 6. Keep an eye out for number 7. That's Bijan Robinson, their most electric offensive weapon. And number 5, Drake London, their top receiver. Ridder looks that way, completes it to London, gain of 6. And it is a 1st down for the Falcons. Much needed.
Yeah, keep the chains moving, allow Slinky Dog to move, and hope they can continue this drive and get some points.
Bullseye fired up. At least once a quarter, we see him on top of that ball.
He burns a lot of calories during the ball game.
Who burns more calories, you on the Peloton or Bullseye on top of the bouncy ball?
I'll take me.
I think so, too. Clock still winding as Ridder slides. There's that quarterback slide you mentioned earlier. He gains 6 yards.
Yeah, sliding feet first, giving himself up, protecting himself. He doesn't want to get hit. You can see it dropping back. And now he's going to go as far as he can. And when the journey's over, he's going to slide. And the defenders can't hit him at that point because if they do, it'll be a personal foul. Roughing the unnecessary roughness, 15 yards.
Yes, Mr. Spell, we did see that. And of course, wow, look at the claw. Great look from right on top of the claw.
I got to admit, the claw's done a really good job today of spotting the ball. We were concerned about that.
Been the most consistent performer out there, maybe aside from Slinky Dog. And 2nd down and 4, right back to Bijan Robinson. Now, a lot of the time their offense is Bijan left, Bijan right, Bijan up the middle. That one goes for 13.
And Bijan all night like he's been today. Just really good vision there. Understanding where the hole was going to be, putting his foot in the ground and cutting back. And a 1st down, and Slinky Dog gets to move again.
On 1st down, Ridder completes. That's a dart thrown over the middle. Janu Smith has it, and he's still on his feet. The tight end steps out of bounds inside the red zone. Gain of 33 for Janu Smith.
Really good job by Janu Smith catching the football. And then here's the part I love, Drew, the stiff arm. We're going to have to demo that stiff arm at some point before the game is over. Stiff arm on the defender as the defender is trying to make the tackle, sticking one arm out, making sure that defender can't tackle him. And now all of a sudden the Falcons are on the move.
Great yards after catch for Janu Smith. Sets the Falcons up at the 13-yard line. A super pass and a super run. Algier stuffed. Swarmed in the backfield, a loss of 5. Guess who? Foye Oluokun in there first for Jacksonville.
Seems like anytime this defense has needed a play, Oluokun, it's been Johnny on the spot to make the play. Another big play as the Falcons are trying to gain some momentum, and we're under 8 minutes left in the game.
And down by 13, a field goal does not help you much here. You need to get in the end zone. All right, we're going to demonstrate a stiff arm here. Pepper, do you want to do this one instead of me? Because I've already been on the ground once. Okay, so Pepper says she's okay, so I get the fortune of being stiff-armed here. There you go.
Absolutely. And so when we talk about a stiff arm, usually defenders are trying to tackle the guy with the ball, all right? I'm the guy with the football. You're going to try to tackle me.
Do I have to?
Well, you can try. And for me, I'm not going to allow you to do it. I'm going to stiff arm. I'm going to make sure that my hand is on your face, and you're going to go to the ground, and I'm going to continue running. That's the art of a stiff arm. Very similar to that.
All right. That's the last one we're demonstrating.
I can do this all night.
Booger McFarland, ladies and gentlemen. It's second down after the big loss on first. Robinson back in the game. Ritter throws. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage for an incomplete pass. Chad Muma got in there to put a hand on the football to bring up 3rd and long.
Couple of plays in a row made there by Chad Muma. Runs by the running back. Gets his hands up. That was going to be a pass to Bijan Robinson. But a nice job there by Muma getting his hands up, making sure the ball could not get to the running back.
Desmond Ritter on 3rd down today is 8 for 8 for 73 yards and a touchdown. They need a big play on 3rd down and 15. Jaguars showing pressure. They only bring 4 rushers. Ritter throws. That's complete. It's Janu Smith, the tight end, again for a gain of 12. 4th down and 2. You got to think they'll go for this.
Yeah, I got to go for it. Under 7 minutes, down 2 scores. You need 3. Biggest play of the game right here. Everybody should be on the edge of their seats.
Biggest play of the game. Biggest play in the history of Andy's room right here. McClaw spots the ball, giving them 4th down and 3. Bijan Robinson is the running back.
You got to think he's going to touch the ball on the biggest play of the game.
Ritter rolling to his right. Throws end zone. London had it, but he did not get his feet inbounds. You need to have 2 feet inbounds for the catch to count. In coverage, Trey Herndon and Trayvon Walker.
It's a really good job, though, by Trey Herndon, understanding that if the receiver catches the football inbounds, he's going to try to get 2 feet down. He didn't. He pushed him out of the back of the end zone. And what a stand there by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dancing stars are ready to turn it up. Bryson Beckford,
Allison Hannigan,
Ariana Maddox,
Adrian Peterson,
Sochi Gomez,
Matt Walsh,
Lele Pons,
Mauricio Yermansky,
Jason Mraz,
Charity Lawson,
Harry Jowsey,
Barry Williams,
Mira Servino,
and Jamie Lynn Spears.
It's a new spin on Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars, live Tuesdays on ABC and Disney Plus.
And stream on Hulu.
This is Bo Peep right here. Has a lot of great qualities, not afraid to take risks. Really reminds me of one of my teammates, Zay Jones. So shout out Zay. You remind me of Bo Peep.
Our head coach, Arthur Smith. Emperor Zurg. Smart, intelligent, a little diabolical though.
You know, the person on our football team that reminds me of Ham is D. Ham, Devon Hamilton. Not that he resembles this in any way.
Doug Peterson with a smart choice to be diplomatic there at the end. I don't know if Caden Ellis wants to say that his head coach is diabolical, though. That hurt his playing time.
That's probably not something he wants to say.
We're back here in Andy's room. Drew, Booger, Pepper, thrilled to be here with you. Slinky Dog is the 1st and 10 marker. Just one of the highlights of Toy Story Fun Day football. 6 minutes to play. Jaguars back to work on offense after the turnover on downs. And Travis Etienne picks up a short gain on 1st down. Emperor Zurg on the loose again.
Let's just hope Zurg doesn't get a new one. They've evaded him for 3.5 quarters. Maybe another half quarter they can work around it.
Of course, Emperor Zurg, the sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance, who one time told Buzz Lightyear, "I am your father." I feel like Emperor Zurg would be a pretty good football player as well.
He knows how to keep the eyes on the target, I can tell you that.
That is true. 2nd down, Lawrence completes. Evan Ingram lost the football at the end, but he was down. 9-yard gain and a 1st down for the Jags tight end. Uh-oh. Looks like Zurg might be gaining on him.
He's always chasing Woody for some reason.
Zurg will go back to this fortress at some point. The secret entrance. Rex knows where it is. We're under 5 minutes left in this game. Jaguars by 13. Gotta think they'll run the football here, keep the clock moving, because it stops on an incomplete pass, but keeps going on a run like this to Travis Etienne. Gains just one. Grady Jarrett in there on the stop.
Now the Falcons have two enemies, the Jaguars and the clock, as we're under 5 minutes left in this football game, and they need 2 possessions to take the lead or even try to tie this game.
On the game clock.
And they're starting to use their timeouts here. You get 3 timeouts per half, and the Falcons stop it once with 2 timeouts remaining. Of course, we're here in Andy's room, but the game also happening in London, which is home to a number of interesting places to visit. Buckingham Palace, official home to the British royal family. People flock to see the changing of the guards. You probably know the song London Bridge, but Tower Bridge is actually the most visually impressive with its 2 large towers. The London Eye, built at the turn of the millennium as a temporary attraction, but has quickly become one of the most popular attractions, standing at an impressive 443 feet tall. Of course, you can't talk about London without mentioning Big Ben, which is 316 feet tall, likely the single most recognizable building in all of London. On 2nd and 9, Trevor Lawrence throws, going deep. And it's incomplete. Calvin Ridley, covered by his former Falcons teammate A.J. Terrell, draws 2 flags and a pass interference. That's a spot foul, so it's for 40 yards.
Yeah, trying to get the home run over the top. Trevor Lawrence throwing to Calvin Ridley, as Bunny doesn't like the flag. And the defensive back doesn't turn around in time, grabs the receiver. You can't grab the receiver before the ball gets there. If you do, it's a foul, and that foul is pass interference.
73 is eligible.
Interesting here. The ball's kind of underthrown, and Ridley stops.
And usually on an underthrown ball, with your back turned, the defender doesn't know it. The receiver does, the defender doesn't know it. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a pass interference on the defensive back.
So Slinky Dog marches ahead 40 yards after the penalty against Terrell. It's first down for the Jaguars. ETN gains just one. A couple Falcons bring him down. And Atlanta's got to use their second timeout. Now, there are a lot of words that are hard to pronounce or hard to maybe understand if you're not from London. One of them is gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked. A big hit. I think it's just someone running downhill and smoking somebody in the egg out.
Like flabbergasted, astonished.
Gobsmacked. We got hit.
Gobsmacked. Like flabbergasted.
Godsmack. A song? I don't know. I'm confused on that one.
Yeah, I have no clue what gobsmack means.
Of course, this game being played in London as well as in Andy's room. Booker McFarland, do you know?
I was just about to ask you because no, I don't.
A couple guys got it there. It means flabbergasted, shocked. Definitely does not mean a big hit in the middle. And it's not a song, as far as I know. You see TN around the right side. You see the speed as he blazes forward for 6 yards. Nate Landman on the tackle.
Needless to say, you were gobsmacked when I demoed that stiff arm on you today.
No, the word you're looking for is injured. I was injured when you did that. Here's the definition. Overwhelmed with wonder, surprise, or shock.
Yeah. I'd say that's what you were.
I was. That's part of the lexicon you'll hear in London. And, you know, the Jaguars are a team very comfortable in London. They're actually playing 2 games in a row across the pond. They get Buffalo next week, but really the more special setting for this game is right here in Andy's room. And Trevor Lawrence on the QB keeper picks up 7 and another first down.
And the Jaguars doing anything they can to keep the clock moving, running the football. They don't want to throw the ball, force the Falcons to use their timeouts, which they did. The Falcons have no more timeouts. Only one more stoppage left in this game, and that's the 2-minute warning.
So, yeah, that's the final time the clock will stop with 2 minutes even on that clock as the Jaguars lead by 13. It's been an impressive showing for Jacksonville, especially defensively, right? Only allowing 7 points.
Well, no doubt about it. Their defense, it's been a total team effort. The defense has played well. Offensively, though, got the football to Calvin Ridley early on. The defense with the pick 6. Coaches love when it's a total team effort. And we kind of heard they were looking forward to coming across the pond, coming to London, hoping to get that bad taste out of their mouth as they lost to the Texans last week.
Right, and special teams were terrible for them last week against Houston. Gave up the kickoff return touchdown, had a kick blocked. Brandon McManus' first attempt. He's converted on 2 field goals, and they've really won all 3 phases of this game, Jacksonville has. They're trying to snap a 2-game losing streak, get back to 500, a team that was favored to win their division this year. And Doug Peterson said, you know, look, the expectations kind of got to us a little bit. Maybe we started listening to the hype too much after they had a great finish to last season. And their fans were excited to see this result today.
Looks to be a big win for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sometimes expectations can overwhelm you. That's why it's important. Just be who you are. Continue to do your job. Allow the chips to fall where they may. Don't succumb to the expectations that people put on around you.
And under 3 minutes left. Back to ETN. His busy day continues. A gain of 3 for Travis Etienne on his 19th carry of the day for 53 yards.
Some people didn't think he could be a workhorse back, which is a guy that's going to carry the football 20 to 25 times a game. He's kind of small in stature, but he packs a mighty punch.
5'10", 215, 3rd year out of Clemson.
It was about my size in the 5th grade.
We'll check out the running back comparison today. Bijan or Bijan Robinson, who is hoping to go to infinity and Bijan today. He's had a solid game, but he's really been the only offense for the Falcons.
Yeah, and it's tough to kind of have your primary offensive weapon be a running back. He's caught the ball very well. They just need an explosive play down the field. We came into this game saying their quarterback, Desmond Ridder, had to play better. Hasn't been one of his better days today.
Now Ritter with 2 picks, 1 touchdown. He's been sacked 3 times. Ritter only had been intercepted 1 time in his career. This is his 8th start entering the day. He threw picks on back-to-back throws. And as a result, his team's going to fall to 2-2.
As we wind this down, Drew, just a really quick, what's been your favorite part so far in Andy's room?
I think the coolest thing is seeing the toys watch on from the sideline. And some of them get involved in the game, right? Slinky Dog is the marker, the alien operating the sky cam. It's really fun to see them involved in something, and Andy's imagining all of this. What about you, Bud?
Just thinking of that, thinking of how Andy imagined this, and thinking about all the kids and their parents around the world watching this game, understanding the game of football, explaining it, growing the game. It's amazing.
It is the 2-minute warning. We will step aside. There are some of your favorite characters from Toy Story. Looking on, Toy Story Fun Day Football coming down the stretch.
Attention, all students. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs. The ones that were told they were too much, too small, too loud, or not loud enough. In this game, there's a position for everybody. We run and we throw.
We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
To all the kids out there, you can be anything you want to be. You can chase any dream you want. And you can accomplish it 100%.
No time to explain. Attack!
You can even become Buzz Lightyear, apparently, and come join him on a Toy Story, in a Toy Story world in Andy's room and play football. That's what you want to do.
Adorable Caden Ellis, one of the Falcons' best defensive players, sharing some words of wisdom. His team right now trailing by 13 with 2 minutes to play here in Andy's room on Toy Story Fun Day Football. Drew, Booger, and Pepper back with you here for a historic show. And it's been a lot of fun to watch as the Jags are set to snap a 2-game losing streak. They face 4th down and 3 here from the 20. So it'll be a 38-yard attempt for Brandon McManus. Mr. Spell wanting the Falcons to block that kick, which did happen to Jacksonville last week against Houston in a 37-17 loss.
Yeah, the big lineman up front. They got to penetrate through those gaps and get their hands up as the ball comes in.
McManus has been perfect today, though, and that continues. Now 3 for 3 on field goals as he barrels right through the goalpost blocks and makes it 23-7. Let's check in with Pepper. You got some more on those words of wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great for all the kids out there just to be able to hear from NFL players that inspire them. So, just take that advice to heart and, just enjoy all the moments we have left here in Andy's room. Back to you.
Yeah. I know you play a lot of sports. Who are some players that inspire you?
I play basketball. I've gone to WNBA games for a really long time, so all those players inspire me for sure. And then on my softball team, actually, she doesn't play anymore, but my mom is my softball coach. And so they had a game this morning. I really hope they won. So,
nice.
Yeah, my mom inspires me too.
Absolutely. Shout out to the softball team. Hope there's a big win. Maybe they can play in Andy's room one day.
Yeah, sure we can figure it out.
That's been great. I think the Jags want to come back to Andy's room. They're comfortable in London for sure, playing their 10th game in London all time, which is twice as many as any other NFL team. And they'll be back next week. Doug Peterson, you mentioned it, Boog, said this trip could be good for them because it could maybe bond them closer together. It's a team that started slow last year, finished hot when in their last 5 regular season games. They won a playoff game as well. Expectations were high entering this season. Under 2 minutes, Falcons back to work. Desmond Ridder will throw on first down. That's complete. Janu Smith has had a nice game, the tight end, with a gain of 14 there.
And they just need to see more of that from this passing game. We know they can run the football with Bijan Robinson, but can Desmond Ridder get the ball to the weapons? Janu Smith, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They got to push the football and get more of those wild plays down the field for this offense to take the next step.
Ridder again goes to Janu Smith, another first down for a gain of 14. So you mentioned Kyle Pitts there, another quiet day for him. 2 catches for 21 yards. Even in this animated world, it seems like they're keeping him in the box and not letting him out. Ridder gets sacked, and the ball's out. Picked up by the Jags, and that'll do it.
And what a fitting in to the day. Once, twice, how about 3 times? Josh Allen with his 3rd sack of the day. He didn't tackle the quarterback to the ground, but what he did, he knocked the ball out. That's a sack. Hall's fumble. Ball comes out. They call it the trifecta there, Drew.
The turkey for Josh Allen.
There you go.
His 3rd sack today. Angelo Blackson recovers the fumble. And now the Jaguars can line up in victory formation and just take some knees to wind the clock out. A little bit of that sack dance that you like so much, partner.
Yeah, 3 sacks on the day. That's a dream for a defensive lineman. And anybody rushing the passer. Huge day, huge win for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they come over here to their home away from home in Duval County.
Yeah, it feels like Andy's room is in Duval County for the way the Jags played today. Over at Wembley Stadium and also here in Andy's room, they will move to 2-2 on the season, snap a 2-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Falcons also go to 500 as they've now lost 2 in a row.
Because the Falcons don't have any more timeouts, the Jaguars take a knee. They don't want to run any more plays, and this game is essentially over, Drew.
And you take the knee, the clock continues to wind. They'll do it one more time after this, and then that will be the game. Trevor Lawrence takes the knee, and the Jags can taste victory now. Lawrence, the sheriff of the Jags offense, efficient today, 23 of 30, 207 and a touchdown. He was sacked a couple times. His favorite target was Christian Kirk. 8 catches for 84 yards. Takes the final knee, and that'll do it. Congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, Woody.
Winners.
Oh, Woody.
Of the first ever Toy Story Fun Day football.
Oh, Woody.
Showing off the moves. What an impressive performance from the Jags today. They must have made a lot of fans.
It was one they needed, and I think both teams made fans. Playing this game in Andy's room, but Jacksonville, you talk about those expectations they had come into the season. Not very good so far this season, but to come over across the pond and get a win today, huge win. Doug Peterson is going to be proud of his football team.
And he'll enjoy watching this tape from the game. Not the unidirectional bonding strip, as Buzz Lightyear calls it. It's the actual tape as in the game film. Here's some highlights. Well, Trevor Lawrence, this 30-yard pass to Calvin Ridley was an absolute dime.
Talk about a tone setter. Early on, we wanted to make sure that Ridley got the football. And then for Josh Allen, came into the game with 3 sacks. That was the first one. And then the pick 6. Look at the carpet burns as he goes down the field. Big play after big play after big play for the Jaguars.
That was Darius Williams with a 61-yard pick 6. Josh Allen celebrated 3 sacks. And the Jacksonville Jaguars move to 2-2. They are 5-5 in London now. Undefeated in Andy's room. I want to play some more here.
Something tells me that the people that made this all possible are going to make it possible again. We could be seeing even bigger games in Andy's room.
That's right. The Jaguars, they like playing in Andy's room. They like playing on the carpet surface, of course, as they win this one 23-7. Let's check back in with Pepper Pursley on the sideline.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. I'm a little sad that it's over, but congratulations to the Jaguars on their win here in here in Andy's room, and in London. And let's hear from them on the importance of this win, especially in front of all the Toy Story characters.
I'm super proud of our team for winning today. Seeing Woody and Bo Peep help our team win. All I know is I can't wait to celebrate. I just got our Pizza Planet order in. Hopefully it's going to get here soon, but can't congratulate our team enough for winning the game.
Well, Bug, that'll wrap it up. Toy Story Fun Day Football. You have a good time?
It's been an exciting day of fun day. It's been a long day, and it's time for Boog to get something to eat now because that pizza has worn off since halftime.
Let's go get some food, partner. It was a lot of fun.
Enjoyed it.
Maybe we don't have to do any more demonstrations of stiff arms or blocking or any of that.
That was the best part of the day.
That's your opinion, my friend. Thanks so much to everyone who joined us today, and thanks for watching. For our entire crew, so many outstanding folks behind the scenes. Brian Boyle produced, Jeff Nelson directed. Incredible work by everyone here for Pepper, Booger, and everyone at Disney Channel and ESPN. I'm Drew Carter saying so long from Andy's room. Thanks for watching.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.
Thanks, bud. I'm ready. I'm ready when you are. Yeah. Look great. Yes.
Yeah, guys, don't watch.
Oh my God! Look at that. Welcome back to Toy Story Fun Day Football, live from Andy's room. At the end of the first quarter, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 7-0. At the start of the second quarter, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 7-0. At the end of the first half, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 17-0. Stay tuned for our halftime show featuring Duke Kaboom's motorcycle jump. At the start of the third quarter, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 17-0. At the end of the third quarter, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 17-7. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Jaguars lead the Falcons 17-7. The final score from here in Andy's room, Jaguars 23, Falcons 7. We thank you so much for joining us here in Andy's room on Toy Story Fun Day Football. Thanks, Brian.